over the weekend.
We got some tonight.
Yeah. All right. Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night, and good to have everybody here. Tonight, so far, we have Rich Tactical Plumber. We have none other than Mr. Tolley. Richie, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
That TV or radio, whatever you got, can you just turn it down just a little bit? It's getting feedback back in my headphones. What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna do a little rundown, and then we were having a chat. We were talking about something before we came live, and we're gonna continue that in just half a second. But I'll do the rundown first. Everybody's friend, the Fat Man, was in first. Thank you, pal. You know it's appreciate you coming in. And don't forget, you want in, just tell me, my friend. Timmy McSwain, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Gig Riding 19. Thank you, sir. And I just lost the whole thing there. Okay. Bush, brother. How you doing, pal? Of course, Rich is in here with us. Driver of all. Mickey's Mouth. Groove, you got a link too? Michelle just playing. DSW Outdoors, thank you. How you been? Great to see you. Who did I miss? Steve Bruce, how are you? Thank you for coming. Bird Dog 1227. How are you, sweetheart? Zach Hawkins. Thank you for coming. I hope you do listen later. Dish, how are you? Happy birthday, belated. I know, I'm sorry. I meant to text you yesterday and I forgot, so I'm an asshole. I fully admit it. Wow, this thing just does not let you scroll too well. Double K, Car Carry, how are you? Illbilly, what's going on? How you doing, brother? How you been? How's your summer going? All right. So before we came live, we were talking about, like last week we were talking about how Massachusetts, banned the ARs and all that. And we were talking when we came on live that Rich was telling me that there's some new bills that they're going to try to put in because session ends. Rich, when's it? Next week?
It ends on Sunday.
Sunday.
Tomorrow and Sunday are the last 2 days.
Oh, I'm sorry. This week.
This week, yep.
So
this weekend.
So they're pushing shit. They're trying to get shit pushed through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let Rich explain it because Rich has been on it since it's happened. So, Rich, what are some of the things they're trying to
do? First, they're trying to repeal what she did to put it back to the way it was, the way we've had it with the ARs for the last 18 years. There's 3 or 4 different senators and representatives that are trying to take away her rights to make any legislation and make it go through due process like it should. And my thing is if we lost and it went through the legislature and the House and all that, then that's one thing. But to just have somebody, just sign something and that's it, you lost it. It's not right. So
exactly.
That's what they're trying to work on. I don't know the exact wording of the bills, but that's basically what they're trying to do. And the governor's backpedaled now too. He wants clarification, and she ain't going to give it to him. So that works in our favor.
True. And yeah, of course you can, Eric. Hang on, bro. Mr. Tarley, do you have this issue out in your neck of the woods?
No, they just not too long ago passed a law where we could have silencers.
Really?
Yeah. No, that ain't to say that it could change, but
Yeah. Um, I just have a problem with um, I just hope that some of this stuff and Rich, you did say there's going to be another rally tomorrow.
Yeah, they're doing what's called a lobby day tomorrow, from 12 to 2. You can meet with senators and representatives at the State House. I'm going in. I got a meeting with Peter Durant at 12:30, and there's a few others that we're trying to get in to see.
And we were talking, Rich and I were talking with Mr. Tolley, and the other thing that kills me too about this situation is that the chick is an absolute jackass for doing what she did, but yet she's a smart jackass because what she did is that she pushed all that in, and now you know there's very little time to do what we need to do. She wasn't going to do this in January and give us 7 months to fight back. You know, um, she gave us a week since last Wednesday, so you're looking at 10 days.
Yeah, week and a half or so.
A week and a half to fight it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know the rules of what the governor can do and what the governor can't do. I would like to see. I would like to see, um, and think that the governor can just kibosh it and say we'll do this in September when everybody's back. You know, um, I don't know if he has that power. I don't know.
Well, I'm hoping they do it sooner than that.
I just well, they don't come back till September, right?
Well, the thing is they did that upskirting thing in 24 hours. That law that they passed here, they got that passed in 24 hours.
I didn't know that. That was quick.
Yep, 24 hours.
Um, I just hope that like I said, I don't know what the laws are. I don't know what his. I can only hope and wish that he did, because this is just ridiculous. Hey, Dry Chef Drew, what's up? My buddy Double K. Um, Dish, I've sent you an invite too, if you so choose. Um, I was also telling the guys that I met a guy at my daughter's basketball game. There's a gun shop about a mile from my house in the state of New Hampshire. They sell a Kel-Tec shotgun, holds 17. That's mass compliant. And I was taken back by that, and I went and I checked it out on my own. And the guy at the gun shop showed me all the paperwork I needed to see if I wanted to buy it. I could have bought it that day if I wanted to. Could have got divorced all on the same day too. But
Yeah.
Um, I'm pulling the rest of the hair off my forehead here because my forehead's starting to start way back here now. For the life of me, I'll never figure it out. I'll never ever ever figure it out.
that's the way they do it. Don't give you a chance to fight back.
Yeah. Groove, hang on. Let me send you another one, bud. All right, Saint. I hope you feel better, brother. But stay around. And Groovy said he didn't get his, so let me try you.
try to see if I can look up some of these bills.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And I apologize to everybody. It's been a nuts. I'm gonna explain this one. It has nothing to do with the guns or anything. But I'm gonna explain something that Mr. Tolley told me a long time ago. And it's coming back too full. All right, Groove. I sent it again. So just like refresh, just in case. You know what I mean? If you don't get this one, Groove, this one should be in your bell. If you don't get this one, I'll do it the way I send the other guys. Some of the other guys, I'll copy and paste it and send it right into your YouTube inbox. So a while back, you guys always know that I'm always in a rush come Friday night, and I don't get to post a chat until a little after 9 and all that. And all of you know that I work at FedEx pretty much 4 or 5 days a week. It's only been 4 recently, pretty much the summer. The girls got basketball, and I watch it. I go Wednesday nights. And I got last fall and winter, I got to see my son, do his senior year of football and wrestling. Before I got this FedEx job, Mr. Tolley said to me, I had a conversation with Mr. Tolley, and I don't know if he remembers this conversation, but I'll tell you what.
5 seconds long, dude.
I'll tell you what. It's coming back to kill me because I am just like, I don't get back here till, like I said, 9:30, 9:45. All right, NH, we'll still be here, but I wasn't sure what, you know what I mean, brother? So, but I'll tell you what, it's fucking killing me. Or I would have already looked in for all these bills that Rich is being so nice to look up for us, but damn, I'll tell you. But I got to do it. I got to, buying the house and moving, and as you can see, the friggin' boxes behind my squash. So, just hopefully until they at least put me on full time. Driving. But wow. Okay, Dish. Hey everybody. Why don't you say hello to where did he go?
Who? He fell off the face of the earth.
Eric, come back. Drive. I can't send. I gotta send Driver one through Facebook. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, it's just killing me, Mr. T. It's just.
It's more than you were ready for.
It's that, and it's just I have no time now, and
Yeah.
I get home at night. I try to do my best to watch as few videos as I can, and then I'm out like a light. I take a shower and I go to bed. And I'm up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock the next morning.
No.
Dish, I sent you a link. Is there any way that you can Facebook that same link to Driver? Yeah, but anyway, enough of me crying that I have, not enough time in my hands. But
You have more time, and you got to allocate your time to where the priorities are.
Right. I mean, I took
a big priority for me.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like I said, I took that off for the girls and my son, and because I didn't want to miss this stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be that dad that worked, 90 hours a week, and yeah, he brought home the check, and yeah, he, gave them this, gave them that, gave them this, but you know what I mean?
It ain't worth it.
It ain't really.
I learned the hard way.
Just
trying to spread the word, man.
Yeah. So that's why, we go away on the weekends, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going up tomorrow, but I just love it, and I know sometimes I should, do what I like to do with the bushcraft and all that stuff on my days. But Dad, would you take us to the lake? So I take him to the lake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's okay to say no once in a while.
Yeah.
Because we all need our own me time too.
Which might happen because Dad needs to be in the woods at some point.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have some me time too.
Or I got to at least go fishing or go in the woods, do something. I got to hook up with working class woodsmen. Billy, if Eric, you're still here out in the chat or out listening, come back. I didn't know you were here, to be honest with you. Because I was out in the, I wasn't in the internal, I was out in the external. But what are we working on for? I know there's a whole bunch of videos of yours. I still have. I just went and put watch later because. Well, what's cool is that it's there when I want it now. Now I don't have to go search. You know what I mean? It's all that part of YouTube I love. You can put watch later, watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they all block it out for you. I like that part of YouTube.
There's a lot of videos that I don't get to watch just because I got priority.
Right.
I enjoy making the videos, but even those have been, man, they've been slow coming too because it's summertime. I've been busy.
Yep. Hey, Fuzz T48, what's going on? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. Hope everything's well. Big Luck Daddy, what's going on? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Who else? Anybody else sneaking in here without me seeing them? I don't think so. But yeah, it's sometimes people. There you are, Groove. You made it.
Yeah.
So you did find it. Did you find it the original one or just that one, the one that I sent when you told me that you couldn't?
Oh, the second one. That's my Gmail email.
Right. So what's going on? Anything good?
Just working as always.
I hear that. Hey, Winging It, what's going on? Good to see you. He's breaking up? Yeah, I know. We know. It'll straighten out. Mr. Tolley's thing usually straightens out, so that's not an issue.
Well, I'm upstairs today, so we should be good. Taking a break.
So speaking of taking breaks, Groove, Mr. Tolley, I know Rich is looking for some bills. Is there any, Tolley, you and I were just talking about, our time. Are there any plans for our time? Are you planning on anybody, are you planning on going anywhere, doing anything?
Not for a while.
Yeah.
September, I'm planning on a trip to Colorado.
Nice. That's my favorite time of the year anyway, September.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a get-together with a newer YouTuber, but been on one of the forums that I'm on.
Oh.
I just did a shout-out video with him, too, for him.
Cool.
So, Burnout Project. Come on.
Hey, Big Baby Zip, what's up? How about you, Groove? Before I go back and yell at Mr. Tolley for something, how about you? You got any plans to go anywhere, do anything, maybe like him, like Mr. Tolley, like in the fall or what have you?
No, not really. Just take it day by day.
I hear that. But like we were just talking about, take a day for you one of these days. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Tolley.
I didn't do it.
V-Borg, how are you? Good to see you. I'm going to the past came the 11th. August?
What?
Hey, Greg, what's going on? Mr. Tolley, I've known you how long?
I don't know. I've been on this chat with you since the beginning.
Yep. And I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,001. And John the M.I. Woodsman sent me to your channel. And I went and I started watching your channel. Hey, Blue. I went and I started watching your channel, and I was, this guy's cool, da 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 da. You know, it's funny. I was watching the Dutch Knife guys return home from the States,
Yeah.
and he mentions this name. He says, you know, we went and saw Mr. Tolley, and I went, you went and saw who?
Yeah, they were coming back through Minnesota.
And Mr. Tolley don't tell me shit. Knowing that I know the Dutch Knife guy, knowing that I know Shano.
I have to remember I've been off for a while.
I know, I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks. All right, give me 1 sec. We gotta. I'll give you a chance to retort in a minute. I just want to say hello to Illbilly to see if we're good. Are we good, brother? You there?
He's muted.
Who muted him?
I don't know.
I certainly didn't mute him. Yeah. Unmute yourself, brother. He's talking and he doesn't. Here's the funny part. He's gonna have to repeat everything he just fucking said. Eric, can you hear us? Can you hear us? You're on mute. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, shit.
There you go. I told you. Now you're gonna have to repeat every goddamn thing you just said.
All right. So I showed my face, I suppose, is what I did, and I meant to unmute myself.
Okay.
Point is, I'm on 3G on my phone. I tried to do 4G, it just won't let me, so I assume you're hearing me stutter, so that's why I was muted, because I didn't want to sound funny.
Oh, don't worry about it. This is Friday night. You want to care who sounds funny? We're just a group of people saying hi to each other.
The picture is dirty as hell, but the sound is good.
I don't get paid for these chats. What the hell do I care what you sound like? Yeah, right? We can understand you. What about?
Right on. Well, if you can hear me okay, that's cool.
What have you been up to? I haven't seen you like in a dog's age.
I've been very poor, working very little, and just scraping by. Yeah, that's about
you're in the
it.
right place. You're in the right place.
The good old US of A, yeah.
You know. Well, it's good to see you.
Right, yeah, you too, man. You've sent me a few invites, and I'm always doing something, either camping or going to see bands or whatever on a Friday night. Tonight I'm sitting at home, and I was like, I wonder if Mike's doing, because you didn't send me an invite tonight, probably because I never accept them because I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like Daryl. Daryl has date night on Friday night. So
right.
I never send Daryl an invite on Friday night, ever. Right? I sent him the ones like I had one on a Monday night and a Sunday night before, and I sent him them. Anywho, I don't send him one. He shows up in the thing, and he goes, "What's a brother got to do to get an invite?" What the hell are you doing? Get in here, you know? And Missy was doing something with a friend or whatever, so he just, he had the night off. So it was kind of, it was cool.
Well, tonight I was sitting around, I was like, I bet you Mike's doing a Friday night show. So yeah, I checked in and you were, so.
Absolutely. I try to have them all the time. Dude, I'll tell you what, the week I didn't do one, okay, I haven't missed one for a very long time, and the time that I did miss one, Ohio Wolverine had on his channel, okay? So last week, 2 weeks ago, I missed it. I missed doing one, okay? And Michelle and Dish took over. Let me tell you. You gotta go over to Jamie Time Bacon chat, right? I mean, go Jamie Time Bacon YouTube channel, and look at, and scroll down to Mikey D, wanna be like Mikey D, or Mikey D's wannabes, or some crap like that. It's unbelievable. It's just, they did a little Mikey roasting, and it was good. They did a real good job. All good fun, and I loved all of it. So, hey, Tyler Reese, what's going on? Oh, hi, what the f are you doing out there, dude? Are you on your phone? Wow, I'm watching football. Holy shit.
No response.
That's got to be a replay. Oh,
Got to be a
yeah.
repeat. They just started camp this week, so
College?
maybe.
It's college. No, it's not. CFL. Canadian Football League.
It's not football then.
Oh, they play in a bigger field.
So I found the main one.
All right, Rich. What do we
All
got?
right. So Usman's Bill. He's from. Oh God, where's he from? He's from Westfield. Would strip from Healy's office its authority to issue rules and regulations on firearm sales in Massachusetts. According to the Senator's office, the language in the bill is available below. According to Usman's office, the bill has support from State Senators Vinnie DeMatco, Republican in Plymouth, Ann Goby, Spencer, David DeCostas. After the Saturday gun rally, which was attended by several of the aforementioned lawmakers, Hilly spokeswoman said that the office's enforcement notice to manufacturers clearly stated copycat assault weapons are illegal and have been in Massachusetts since 1998. For far too long, the gun industry has been allowed to float our state assault ban, Jillian Foreman, the spokeswoman, said in an email. So basically, they're trying to strip her rights to make any gun laws like she did.
Oh,
Hang her from a tree.
absolutely. How you
Hey,
been?
Treason.
Actually, they got a good one. Now, you all know how we talk, so up here. And they got one, it's a hashtag. It says hashtag Healy for Harbor.
Healy for Harbor, absolutely.
Throw her in the harbor.
Throw her in the harbor and she'll turn orange, especially in that water.
So just I must admit ignorance. I don't own any guns except for air rifles. I live in Illinois.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
You might as well live in Mass.
We've got the worst laws ever, and I can't own a gun. I'm not going into why, but yeah, I can't own a gun.
But they're so easy to get in Illinois. I mean, they sell them by the truckloads out in the back alleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
I'm
just
not going to comment on
lines.
that, but
You can just cross state lines. There's the gun show loopholes. You can go get them anywhere.
yeah, but you can't legally own one without a FOID card in Illinois.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We're
I'm
being
not going to
smart.
go into all that. My whole point was you were just talking about quote assault rifles. Is there any gun manufacturer who calls any of their products an assault rifle, or is that just totally a derogatory term?
That's a derogatory Hollywood term that politicians picked up. I forget how many years ago.
One rifle was called assault rifle, and that was like the German,
And
some German rifle back in 1944.
Yeah, and everything now is, if it's not an assault rifle, it's a military issue. Well, I forget what it was. It this chat last week or what it was, wherever the hell it was. But in reference to Massachusetts, as far as the ARs go, the military doesn't use ARs. Where did Mr. Tolley go?
He left like right after I came in.
He must be storming too. And it's just
To me, an assault rifle to the general public is anything that looks menacing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and that's exactly what it
There
is.
is
It
no
looks scary.
definition.
It looks. No,
Well,
I'm
the
with you.
definition, in itself, definition is assault is an action or a
Right.
verb.
So you can't. Yeah.
So that gun doesn't do anything on its own.
Right.
The person commits the assault.
And where they got AR from is Armalite rifle. That's how it started, AR. Everybody thinks it's assault rifle AR. It's not.
Yeah, no, I actually knew that. Given my ignorance, I still knew that.
and I'll never ever understand it. You strip down, you take that, you take everything off the AR, right? And what do you have? You have a fucking 22. Pretty much.
In my head, that's my point. Like I said, I don't own any guns. I grew up with 22s and 12 gauges, and hunting rifles and shotguns. You know what I'm saying? That's what no handguns in my family, but I grew up with hunting rifles and shotguns. So in my head, really, what they're calling an assault rifle is just a scary hunting gun,
Right.
In my head, the only thing that they might be afraid of is true automatic,
Well, you have to have a special license to have that anyway.
Well,
So
we all know, according to
that's my
Fox
point.
News, we all know, according to Fox News, frankly, the only difference between a hunting rifle and assault rifle is the scope.
right, exactly. Well, they say it,
You've
Mr.
seen my video, didn't you, there, Mike?
Oh yeah. Hang on one sec. Let me. Mr. Tolley, I'm sending you another one. I don't know what the hell happened. Obviously, I didn't boot you. I have no idea why you off this. But I did send you another link. He said that he got booted from the chat and it won't allow him to come back in again. HNRE42, how are you?
Well, no, hey, Mike, that's happened to me on chats before. Somehow I get off and then I try to get back on and it tells me I'm booted and I just can never get back on.
That's like the only one that can boot anybody in here is me in Ohio. So
send him a new link like you did me.
I did.
See if that helps.
Like I said, once it says you're booted, you're screwed for that whole chat. Trust me. Nobody booted me. It's just a weird thing, and it just happens.
I know you can. DS was saying you can go to the local grocery store and buy the conversion kit. You can, but people that own
Dirt Road. That video that Dirt Road did was awesome.
Great rule, Blue. Blue 823 says, new rule, anyone using the term assault rifle needs to be placed in the penalty box for 2 minutes. How about 2 minutes?
Well, I was just asking the question. Trust me, I don't use
know.
that term.
But no, I agree though. It's just
it's a bullshit term. It's a political term.
Tyler Reese says when you get booted, you can't join for 24 hours. Why is that? He didn't get booted. Like, I didn't boot him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
In Ohio,
you remember when
people can boot?
You remember when somebody accidentally booted?
Hey, Real Cobra, what's up?
The oily prepper that night.
Oh yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah. Frank, I think it was Frank accidentally booted her or whatever.
Yeah. Cobra, I see Mr. Lee won your giveaway. It didn't work, Mr. Tolley. What the fuck?
Hey,
who's on the panel tonight? Hey, give me 1 sec, Ohio. Who's on the panel tonight? Well, number one, that's Mr. Ohio Wolverine, of course. You know him. To the left of Ohio is Rich the Tactical Plumber. To the right of me is Ill Billy. And to the right of Ill Billy is Groovy Outside. Which
Yeah,
I
that's
think
not how I'm seeing it, but
Well, I'm on the outside. I'm on the outside chat.
Yeah, he's seeing he's looking at what other people see.
Right, that's why I did it, because he's seeing, you know what I mean?
On the internal, we're all in alphabetical order across the screen.
Yeah, so Lee Ralph won Real Cobra Burnouts giveaway. That was cool. Lee Ralph's a cool dude.
yeah, no, I like Lee a lot.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I like Lee. I like him. Hey,
He's a cool he's a cool grandpa.
He is. What's up, Ohio?
You were talking about giveaway or whatever. I said, speaking of giveaway, I'm going to be doing one soon.
Well,
and it's going to be a little different.
Giving out an AR, are you?
No. No, there's a couple Bobo knives that a buddy of mine wants to give out, and they're not anything special. They're kind of like those ones you see on TV or whatever. So I'm just throwing those in. But I'm going to do something. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm just going to throw those in because he wants to give them out. He wants to try to build his channel a little bit better, so I'm going to do a giveaway on my channel and make the stipulation as go sub him or whatever.
Right.
Just to see if we can build his channel up a little bit. But he would appreciate any sub that anybody wants to give him. But he's a pretty cool dude. He's kind of funny too, man. It's Greg DRC.
All right,
he's like the drone expert.
Spell it. Yep.
GREE.
GRE what?
GREG, Greg.
Yep.
Then D, capital D, then space, and then RC for remote control.
All right, so you guys, I just put it in the external. Greg D space RC. Go to his channel, check him out, sub him, and then that way there it's easier for Ohio when he does his giveaway.
You know what I hate?
Take a look at his channel. What's up, brother?
You know what I hate?
What's up? What do you hate?
All these goddamn quad flying things. I want to make potato cannons that I can just like shoot up a net that takes them down, and I can beat them to a pulp with my baseball bat.
PVC pipe, buddy. It's all in PVC pipe.
Well, no, trust me. I've made potato cannons before. I want to make one with a giant. The potato comes out, but so does a huge net that just grabs that thing that's over our property and drops it to the ground.
So you're going to have to make a real big one, so you can do that to helicopters and airplanes too.
real Cobra burnouts. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You said you had a problem with drones. I don't know why.
Because they're over my property with a camera.
So are helicopters and airplanes. I don't hear you complaining about them.
Yeah, they're not looking at my shit like 200 feet above my grounds,
Do what the guy from Kentucky did. Shoot the fucking thing out of the air.
Yeah, and then go to jail for it.
That's what I'm saying.
But he was in jail for it. But you know what?
Yeah.
Sitting in jail for my daughter because one of those fucking things flew over my fucking
daughter.
Now
that's a little different story, man. If you got somebody doing something like that, it's a different story. But
no, you should respect property rights and not fly your drone with a camera over my property.
Right.
Well, then they should respect you with helicopters and airplanes too, right?
They're not watching me like these
you don't
idiots.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Give me a second. Blue 823 is leaving, so I want to say goodnight. And number 2, he's doing a giveaway. VRs can win a speed loader package or a 2-ounce silver package. Comment eligible for all others. All right, Blue. Thank you, and I'll remind him before the night's out. All right. Cobra Burnout. Yes, Lee is a great guy. Illbilly knows him. I believe Ohio, you know him. He's really cool.
Yeah, no, I've been following him for
I've
over
been
a
following
year.
him for a while too. So he is a cool dude. And one other thing was here. I wanted to say, hey, you guys know SKSU has sent me the link for this chat, and I am liking it so far. Well, thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. Am I saying that right? UG knows. There was one other question over here, and I'm trying to find out what it was, but I lost it. So hopefully it'll.
With whom was I debating the quadcopters? I just want to know. Was that Ohio? Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
me
I've
and
got
Groove
my
are the
own.
only two that
I've got
show
my
our faces, you know.
well, no, I've got my own opinion, and I wasn't sure who exactly that was. That was, we've all got our own opinions about this stuff, but
Yeah, but mine's always right. So as long as you agree with that.
Mr. So Hillbilly, Ohio and I started this Friday night chat.
Right on. I don't think I'm subscribed to Ohio. I'll check him out after I'm off here.
Oh, he's got a lot of those drone videos. You should see it.
Not a lot. A few.
Checking out what the neighbors are doing, is he?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
No, but
Spying on the neighbors.
I'll tell you what though. All right, they're getting.
That was a joke, but
No, but you know what? You know what's happening up this way? They're getting to be like airplanes, so to speak, when it comes to hunting. All right.
Are they using them to scout out their territory and stuff, see where they want to go?
Right. So, like, if you're going to...
well, and you see where I'm going. Right now, we've got individual, just people. Pretty soon, it's going to be a mass. It's going to be like mosquitoes, just flying over everywhere. It'll be, the government doing it, and
no, they probably are already doing it. I mean, look at. Have you seen the video of out there in Oregon or whatever when they shot and killed that militia guy or whatever for taking over that property?
Mm-hmm.
That video was taken from a drone, and that drone was probably 10,000 feet in the air. It wasn't.
Why can't I highlight?
No, it wasn't that high.
It was so high. It was so high it couldn't be seen.
I don't think it was 10,000 feet, but
I just think that I think it's kind of
2
funny.
miles.
I'm not sure. I mean, it was probably one of those. It was probably the same type of drone that the military uses. It just wasn't weaponized.
No, whatever shot that, I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, whatever shot that was probably 300, 500 feet in the air, not 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. It was a little... The drones they use in the military drop freaking bombs. Trust me, they're a lot bigger than the ones we use.
Right, but I'm just saying the government's already using drones.
The little ones, you're saying, the quadcopters.
Oh, I have no idea.
No, the military grade drones.
Well, those are huge. Those ones I'm not. I mean, those ones I'm not afraid of. It's the little tiny ones that Amazon wants to use to drop packages.
That got
the
U.S. government shut that down.
Well, and the cops want to use around here just patrol. Yeah, those are the ones I don't want. What the fuck? I don't want somebody right above my property. If I've got a quarter-acre lot, a house just in a suburban area. I don't want that over me. I don't want it over my, 400-acre family farm either. I don't want any of that shit over my property.
Time out.
Is my point.
Time out. Mr. Tolley, I can't send you a message on that because you don't have an about, it's not a, what do you call it, page. It's the only way I know how to send the messages that way. I can try to send it to you regular to that, but we're not friends, so I don't think, well, I mean, I just subscribed to you, but I will find out if I can send it to you that way. Nope.
Does he have another channel?
Yeah. So I'm trying to send it to him on the other channel, but it won't let me. So.
All right, I apologize, Mike, for
I'm kind of pissed. Oh, don't worry about it. Listen.
Do you have him on Facebook or anything like that?
No. The thing you got to remember is, right, is that, first of all, in my opinion, the little ones that we all have, they're fucking toys. Sorry, I apologize. Listen, I know there's people that do their videos with them, and they come out pisser. They come out absolutely pisser. Okay? Are there people that use them in the wrong way? Yes, there are. But there's more people that use them in a good way. Massachusetts Prepper used his, and he took pictures of Western Massachusetts over a river. It was the fucking bomb. It was the absolute bomb. And
does he have another channel that's strictly just his drone stuff?
I believe so. I just don't remember the name.
He's friends with
actually, he just put a Massachusetts Prepper just put out a video like 3 weeks ago where he said he was putting all 3 of his channels into one.
Yeah.
His RC channel, which was the one you're talking about.
RC. Yep.
Yeah.
RC.
Yeah. The Greg RC, Greg DRC.
That's him.
Knows Massachusetts Prepper.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yep.
Yeah, and I work with the Greg D, so he's a good dude.
But Massachusetts Prepper's a good dude too.
No.
Anyways, but
he's awesome.
Dino's just put out a thing. Hello, friends. Take a look at Tom Chitwood's Blade Works. Every time I take a look at Tom Chitwood's Blade Works, I cry because I can't fucking have one. You guys know Tom Chitwood, right? You guys know Tom Chitwood? He makes some fucking nice knives.
Yes, he does.
He makes some fucking nice knives.
Well, and he's also a very nice guy. So,
oh, yeah. Absolutely. He is an absolutely great guy. Groove.
Yes.
I'm not paying you by the minute anymore or by the word. So but just like anything else, it has to be regulated.
Regulated. Yeah, I know. I've got my FAA license.
Do you really?
Yeah. Dude, the reason I did it is because it was $5, and if you did it before like January 25th, they gave your $5 back to you once they issued you a license.
Right. But
then, if you don't have a license and you get caught flying your drone in like a no-fly zone or something like that, it's like a $10,000 fine. And I just knew that shit would happen to me, and I ain't got $10,000. So.
Right. Hey, Flan, how are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Yeah, no, it's bound to happen. Like I said, they're doing the same. They're doing all that to the hunters. If you're out with a drone, you can't hunt either for deer, whatever you're looking at. You can't hunt for deer. You can't hunt for moose in that 24-hour period.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, really. I mean, because that's like those guys that hunt out of a helicopter. I really don't think that's really fucking hunting.
Neither do I. Like that dude, what's her face there, that douche there, that from Alaska. hunting the wolves from the helicopter.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you should just be able to shoot the bisons from off the train.
Right, you know, I mean, it's like, let's just go to a zoo and go hunting. You know?
Yeah. Some of those ranches they have, those hunting ranches. Yeah.
It's now before I know all the hunters are gonna start screaming at it because it happened before, right? Listen,
It's not
I'm
really
not
hunting,
talking
man.
about
If the animals can't leave and they're stuck inside of a fenced-in area,
right,
it's not really hunting.
and I'm not talking about if you have 2,000 acres of land. Okay, I'm talking about I know there's places up here not way up, but in New Hampshire that have them. They're on 30, 40 acres. Okay, I mean, come on. That's not hunting. You can walk.
Well, no, that's why we always had pheasant on our farm, was because we had a weird little preserve that was 120 acres just near us. So they'd let go those pheasants, and guess what? They got the fuck out of there. They went over to our farm.
Right.
Well, plus, if you're in Illinois, not too many people have guns, so.
You're wrong there.
I know. I'm just. Once you get out of Chicago, it's.
We probably have more guns in Illinois than they do in other
All right,
states.
hang on, Michelle. You talking about the moving box? You want me to move? Is that what's bothering you so much, Michelle? Jesus fucking Christ! And now I feel like Steve. Now I feel like Stalker Steve. He has to listen to Michelle. If you don't listen to Michelle, she gets pissy. And she gets everybody in the chat to say something like, tell Mike to move the box. The box is bothering me. Your pink fucking walls bother me, but I don't say nothing. And all your lizards bother me, but I don't say nothing.
You know what bothers me on that chat is that damn hamster wheel.
Oh, yeah, the hamster wheel, the fan, everything else, right? But God forbid, you say one fucking thing, holy shit, the world falls apart. You know? Well, Mikey D, what do you want me to do, Mikey D? Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, Michelle can whip me anytime she wants, Cobra Burnout. You know that. I know, I had to, Blue. What the fuck? You know?
But you guys realize what he did? He moved the fucking box.
I moved the box.
Instead of just telling her to kiss his ass, he moved the box.
I moved the box.
We know who wears the pants in that relationship, Mike.
I moved the box and still broke her balls all at the same time.
Yeah, but that's it
called?
doesn't count. It doesn't count.
That's called fucking
I
compromise.
I think you moved your balls and broke her box.
You know, car carrier, fluff the pillow next to you, please. Which one? This one? That one?
Yeah, if you just do me a favor and move that guy off the couch.
Yeah.
So I don't have to look at him.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. I didn't know it was bothering you all that much. Yeah, it's unreal. Anyways.
From now on, when I want stuff from Mike, I'm gonna call Michelle and have her just tell you to do it.
I don't have hair to comb, Michelle, for Christ's sake. I got 8 strands of fucking hair on my top of my head. Leave me alone. And it's too friggin' hot to wear a hat in my house.
Yeah, you kind of look like that dude from the Muppets, Beaker.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. He looks like a Muppet.
You know. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
so what the hell was I gonna say? So I want to move out of the state of Massachusetts.
Me too.
Are you going to go south? What?
I'd rather go north, to be honest with you, Groove. I'd rather go to Maine, New Hampshire, preferably Maine.
Where
cheaper to live there.
Where exactly do you live, Mike?
I live in Massachusetts. I live.
Well, I understand that, but town-wise.
I live in the town of Dracut, which is a mile and a half, whatever the hell it is, from the New Hampshire border.
Right. So you're not near Boston. You're like 30 miles.
I'm 35 miles north of Boston.
Yeah, right on.
If I left my house right now, it'd take me about 30 minutes to get there. So, what's my address? See Michelle. She got it.
Well, I already sent her some poop. She was supposed to send it to you, but you know.
And so, because of
You
all
should
these
you
laws
should
that
move
we
to
have,
Chillicothe.
yeah, right. I should move to Chillicothe with my cousins, right? No, I'd rather move to Maine, New Hampshire or Maine. Like I said, preferably Maine. Fucking
What's
Vermont.
Maine? What's Maine's laws like?
They're all constitutional.
Maine is?
Yeah.
New Hampshire is.
New Hampshire, Vermont. 18 years old, you can walk in and buy what you want.
Well, they're not constitutional. I mean, like
18 years old in the state of Vermont, you can walk in with a driver's license and say, "Can I have that gun? Can I have that
what
gun?"
is it?
And can I have that gun?"
Alaska, New Hampshire, and Arizona, and now West Virginia are the only constitutional carry states.
No, not true.
What do you mean by that?
New Hampshire is not constitutional carry. They tried
Or
to
is
pass it, it failed.
No, they're not.
Maine is.
Maine's
Oh, is it Maine?
constitutional.
Yeah, Maine is.
Maine and Vermont are constitutional. Yeah, New
Vermont.
Hampshire.
Okay. I knew one
There's-
of them damn states up there was.
But New Hampshire's still, it's not constitutional, but
Can one of you please define constitutional carry for me?
You can carry open or concealed. You don't need a permit or anything.
So what's free for all?
It's Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms.
Well, my point is, it's free for all. You can hide it, show it,
Right.
do whatever.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
became law.
Does that
October
go for
15th.
long guns and pistols, everything?
yeah, well, yes, you
Yeah,
can.
pretty much.
Yeah, you can conceal. You can buy a handgun, conceal it so nobody can see it, or you can buy a handgun and have it hanging off your hip,
Or you can carry a rifle.
or you can carry.
Can it be loaded while you're carrying it?
Yes.
Right. See, here in Illinois, you can't carry a shotgun loaded, but you can carry it broken open over your shoulder.
In the act of hunting or something stupid like that, right?
No, you can actually walk down, because my cousin's wife's dad got busted, but he was like, I can do this, and he got off. He was walking down the street with a shotgun, just busted open, had the shotgun shells in his pocket, had it busted over his shoulder, walking down the street, and the cops fucked with him, but in the end he won, still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just silly. Sorry.
Well, he shouldn't have been walking down the street with it. To me, that's silly. Why are you walking down the street with a shotgun over your shoulder? But you also shouldn't get harassed for it. But both are silly things, in my opinion.
Yes, and this is why they have problems with guys that open carry and girls that open carry.
See, it was crazy because, like, when I was in high school back in the early 90s, late 80s,
we didn't have this problem.
Well, no, I mean, my buddies lived in town, and I lived on the outside of town. And between my house and their houses was some property that we were allowed to hunt on. And we would, like, after school, go to their houses, grab our guns, throw our hunting vests on, and we'd just walk through town. 4 or 5 guys carrying shotguns, walking through town, just heading out towards the woods. Nobody ever thought anything different,
Well, no, I was class of '93 in Illinois, and guess what? A whole bunch of people would leave their guns in their cars at the high school.
Oh yeah, the window racks or whatever.
Yeah, go hunting right after. I mean, that was, like I said, class of '93. That was late '80s, early '90s. We still could do that. There ain't no way you can do that now.
Right. A lot has changed in 25 years.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Cobra, Ask Michelle. I'm serious. She'll give you my address.
Not without your permission, she won't.
Michelle can give it. Michelle knows who she can give my address to and who she can't give my address to.
I've got your address.
Just because she, marries someone from, well, not married, but just because she's living with somebody that's from, fucking Alabama.
Oh man, she posted. I'm pretty sure it was Michelle posted that.
Oh, she posted it on my Facebook.
The Alabama picture or whatever.
Yeah.
Something about the jersey or something.
Yeah.
What was that?
Michelle posted it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, but what was it? I can't remember exactly. It was funny as hell, but I can't remember what it was. It was like a picture of a jersey, and they were going to wash it, and they had to use Tide or something.
Hang on.
Or no, she asked how do you wash it, and they said use bleach or something, wasn't it?
Let me see if I can.
I don't know. That's what I get for not paying attention all the time.
I might have to change the trout picture too. You wouldn't believe the hate mail I got for posting "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow." All the people texting me, Mike, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nothing.
I just thought you were stoned or something.
This is what Michelle sent me on Facebook, which was, well, she put it on my thing, which I thought was absolutely the balls.
Were you on a ton of cocaine when you sent that message?
No. It says, husband goes to the laundry room to wash a sweatshirt and yells out to his wife, "What setting do I use?" She asked him, "What color is it and what does it say?" He replies, "Crimson, and it says Roll Tide." The wife yells back, "Hot water and 5 cups of bleach." That's the friggin' best right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Sandy's passions.
Yeah, so to get back what I was saying before I had to go break up a couple of girls. So New Hampshire isn't constitutional. However, their gun laws are probably just about as lax as you can be without being constitutional. Is that fair to say, Rich?
Yeah, they have open carry. They actually passed it in the Senate and the House, and then the governor vetoed constitutional carry last summer.
Okay. So you need to vote that governor out, that's for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
he can veto it. He can veto it, but they can do what Maine does. Maine's governor vetoes everything. But you know what they do? They use a 2/3 vote to veto the veto.
Okay.
But New Hampshire chose not to do that.
So New Hampshire's probably about like Ohio. You probably have concealed carry with a permit, but you can open carry without.
Now you're talking better. Now I can hear you.
Can you talk closer to the microphone?
I hope so, Tolly. I hope you can come back tonight, bro.
There, is that better?
Yes, it is.
Are you talking? Okay,
Wow,
I'm sorry.
Funny.
It like fell down past my neck.
Dude, relax. It's all good. You know that. Hey, by the way, vitamin water, orange is the best. Try to stay away from the Mountain Dew. Dusty Blue says, and by the way, Dusty Blue, how the hell are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Dusty says, they're socially engineering like Eric Holder has said about guns. Pretty much.
Yeah, trying to brainwash them to think guns are bad.
Yeah.
So as of April 15, 2016, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Idaho, residents only, Kansas, Maine, Mississippi, and Vermont. Constitutional carry.
Right.
Did you say West Virginia?
West Virginia just passed it also, yep.
Yeah, I was just down there, man. It was crazy.
And
everybody had a damn gun on.
Yeah, Wyoming is residents only also.
Right. But there are states And Rich, this gets back because Rich and I were talking about this last week. Okay, but there are states, and Massachusetts is one of them. Okay, that you can go and get a out of state, a non-resident license to carry.
Yep.
Obviously, you just read it off that Wyoming isn't one of them.
Yeah.
But
I personally,
I think you read off another one. Hey Frankie, how are you? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to lose some weight, Frankie. Which kills me because you would think that Massachusetts wouldn't want, they're so, oh my God, a gun, oh my God, but yet we're gonna let non-residents come in with one. It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
but it's only good for 1 year, and you have to apply in person. So how many
Right.
people are going to come here to apply unless you live in a bordering
Yeah, unless
state?
right. If you don't live in a bordering state, it makes no sense to have one in the state of Massachusetts unless you travel through here twice, 3 times a year or something.
Right, if you're doing business in Boston a lot or something.
You know what I mean? If you're up this way 2, 3, 4 times a year, whatever the hell it is, you know what I'm saying? And then that's one thing. But if you ain't, that's just dumb.
Well, when it comes to concealed carry, if you have like an Ohio and a Florida and a Utah, you're pretty much good anywhere in the United States, except for the states that don't have them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get Utah's online and Florida's online just by having an Ohio one,
See, now New Hampshire go ahead, Richie, I'm sorry.
I personally have non-Utah. I have New Hampshire. I also did get in Maine before it went constitutional, and I have Massachusetts, so I'm good in 35.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I really don't know how many Ohio has a really high reciprocity rate. It's just Ohio. Our governor recently signed something and it was like, if they have a permit, if it's a, Ohio will honor every one of them. So if you have a permit out of any state, Ohio will honor that while you're here traveling through or staying in Ohio or visiting or whatever. But we don't have it with every state that has concealed carry just yet, but they're working on it.
Groove, what is it? What is it down your way?
Well, you just gotta have. You gotta carry. You gotta have a permit for everything. I think I just rather move north.
Now, do you have 2 separate permits? Like New Hampshire has 2 separate permits: a license to carry open and a license to conceal. It's 2 separate permits.
I'm not exactly sure on that.
So I just looked up Ohio. You're good in 40 states.
There you go.
With the one license.
How many do we reciprocate?
22, I believe it is.
Really?
I'll tell you in a minute. I got the app on my phone, so.
Does it say anything about Ohio except in everybody else's though?
No, like I said, you're good in 40 states, but I don't know. Like I'm good in Ohio with my Massachusetts.
Yeah. It just recently passed not too long ago, and he signed it into law. But it was like any reciprocity with any state that has a concealed carry permit is good in Ohio. They're going to recognize it.
We just added 2, Mike. 24 now.
Really?
2 more just got added. I think, West Virginia.
Yep.
Was one of them. So.
As far as I know, the great state of Illinois does not reciprocate anything. Yay!
Right. Well, Rich, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
If we're one of the toughest states in the union on gun laws,
yep,
and it's an act of Congress in this state to have a gun, and then the list is, the list is so freaking long on what gun you can't own in the state. It doesn't make sense what we're doing, and you know what? It's not a political, it's not a Democratic Republican thing, because we had Republican governors in here for Jesus Christ. We had Weldon here. We had what's his name? Mitt
Wasn't
Romney in
Romney?
here.
Yeah.
We had Republicans in here.
Yeah, well, Romney
know?
was a freaking
Well, Romney's an idiot.
clone of
Well,
Barack Obama.
well, no, man, the dichotomy of the Republican Democrat is bullshit. Fucking, I consider myself totally an independent. I don't belong to any party. I believe in the fucking Second Amendment to the nth degree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I also believe in health care. You know, so yeah, I'm the weirdo out there, but. Again,
No, I don't think you're weird at all. Because
I believe in
I
health
don't
care. I
vote.
just don't believe I should have to pay for you.
I don't believe in I don't believe in
I believe in a one-payer healthcare system. So call me socialist, whatever. I also believe every motherfucker should be able to carry a gun if they want to.
Right.
Like I said, I'm the weirdo out there.
But there's got to be a. There's got to be.
I
like
believe it. I believe in what is best for everybody, and I think
right.
a one-payer healthcare system is best for everybody because when you get money involved in healthcare, it's ugly. And I also believe when you get the government involved in who can hold a gun, you know, who's able to hold a gun, that's ugly too.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't have that much of a problem with the single-payer health care if we could do something about who decides, you know, if they need to regulate the cost more. I mean, it's if you go to the hospital and take 2 aspirin and get a Band-Aid, it shouldn't cost $12,000 fucking dollars.
No.
Well, no, it should.
It should cost. It should cost about $5, and then your stay. You know?
But then that's not.
That is a problem of the old system. That shouldn't be that way. That is a problem with the old system where you're subsidizing certain people and the other people are paying for it. You know, we should all pay the same amount and all get the same health care. Is my point.
Right. I don't care if you get $5 million, or if you got, you know, if you make $5 million a year, or if you make $15,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said that, I think it was last week I said this. I paid for fucking muscle
Man,
relaxer.
You have no clue how much I've paid for fucking healthcare and never taken a dime from it.
Trust me, I paid. I mean, they charged me right up to the pill that they gave me. Okay. But this is so much deeper. This is so much. It isn't, you know, who they put in the White House. I don't care. If the whole United States unanimously says put so and so in there, it's not that person. It's the fucking companies.
It's the philosophy. No, it's the philosophy.
It's the company.
It's the philosophy that matters. No,
it's the insurance company, the doctors, and the fucking
pharmaceutical companies.
Pharmaceutical companies. All 3 of them motherfuckers are in bed together. And as soon as more people realize that,
the corporations run. That's why we are currently a fascist system. God damn it! People who don't understand this, it drives me nuts. We are a fascist system. Basically, the companies and the government have become one, and that's fascism.
We're an oligarchy.
All right.
We are currently living in the oligarchy.
All right, if you want to call it oligarchy, I'll call it fascism.
But either way,
it's one and the same.
At least you guys are agreeing. That's a good thing. But
I want my republic back. Damn it.
But you know, it's just it's mind-boggling that they have to have. I mean, right down to the pill they give you. You know, I think that. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Don't
I
worry about it.
interrupted. Go ahead.
It's all good. Go ahead.
I want the money out of the healthcare system. That's where people call me a socialist. Everything else, I'm totally libertarian. But I want
See,
the
that's me. I'm a
money out of the
libertarian.
healthcare. I want the money out of the healthcare system. It's totally destroying it.
We missed the boat. We all should work for a fucking insurance company, a doctor, or be a doctor, or a pharmaceutical company. I'm telling
It
you right
doesn't.
now, we
It
missed the
doesn't
boat.
pay to be a doctor anymore with all the malpractice suits.
How the hell they
Well,
you get malpractice insurance, and it's a lot easier today than it was years ago. So that's
no,
not
we need to get rid of all the insurance. We need to say that doctors are not infallible, so you cannot
right.
sue them.
For
And
getting a
then we will
sponge
get
inside
rid
your
of all that insurance, which costs them a ton of
Right.
money. Doctors are not infallible. They're humans trying.
And it really doesn't cost them a ton of money because they've pushed that charge over onto us.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. But
Right.
no,
Yeah.
and there's the problem. We need to get the tort reform. I've been a proponent of tort reform since the fucking 90s. You cannot just sue the fuck out of people who are trying to help you. And also, I think people need to get rid of the idea that they want to live forever. Guess what? Everyone's going to die. You can't have the most expensive thing to save your pathetic life. I'm sorry. Maybe that makes me sound like an asshole, but understand that you're going to die, and we're not going to spend millions of dollars trying to save your ass.
Well, but see, if you're paying for insurance, right, and you have the money to spend and to save your ass, then you have that right. Okay, but what you don't have a right is
to take somebody else's money.
Right. Okay.
Well, and see,
so,
I think we should have a flat across the board. Here's
It's like Magic
Johnson. Across the board,
listen,
but everybody has to pay, right?
Listen, Magic. Everybody's mad. Hang on. Everybody's mad at Magic Johnson. Right? Back in the '80s, Magic Johnson comes out and he says, "I'm making 9 yards," right? And the motherfucker ain't dead yet, right? So, but here's what they're all mad at. Well, how come he gets all the meds that he wants? Why? Because he can afford them. That doesn't make him a bad guy.
Okay.
Because he can spend. It does not make that man a bad man. Because
that doesn't make him a bad guy. That makes the system bad. That a guy with a lot of money. That makes the system bad. A guy with a lot of money has more of a right to live than somebody with less money. That to me is wrong.
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you something because Atomic Bulls just wrote something and he couldn't be more right. And I'm going to give you a for instance. But he wrote, so he was hospitalized. Why did I meet people from Canada, Italy, Germany, and Japan? They all have socialist single payer. Why are they coming here? Why? I'm going to give you that answer. When I was at Massachusetts General Hospital, Rich can tell you, it's like a premier hospital. Okay. I was there with my son when he had he had the Huntington's disease, and we were with him. I met people from Canada. I met a woman from Ireland. Do you know why they come here?
Better care.
It's not that their health care, they can't get what they want for short money, because they can. It's way better care, way smarter doctors, way more opportunity for
they're the best. They're the best hospitals. Brigham and Women's.
Yep, and they have more to offer.
General.
Whatever you have, they have more to offer than they would in Ireland, than they would in Canada, and that's why.
And Mike, why do you think that is?
If they're paying, if as long as I'm not paying their bill, so some lady comes from Iowa.
No,
and
no,
I don't care.
that's not what I'm asking,
the
Mike.
bill, I'm all right.
What I'm asking is, why do you think that America, the United States of America, has the better healthcare system? You think it's because
We have a better economy.
Pretty much.
There's more money in there for the research. I mean, what do you think? I mean, why do you think we have the better?
Well, it's a list of things. Okay, it's better education. I mean, look at everybody that comes here to become a doctor. They leave whatever country they're at. They come here to go to school. They become doctors. Then they go home and they have their practices. Why? Because there's more to offer here. There's more knowledge here.
All right.
That's one reason.
That I would not. That I would not argue. And
the other reason is Ohio's right. The economy. Okay.
What I'm asking is, do you think the capitalism makes it that way? The profit motive, does that make it that way, or is it just that?
I'm sure that has something to do with
we're
it too. That's why I said there's a list of
things.
There's a list, dude. It's like, why did my buddy, he's no longer with us, but why did my buddy have to suffer from psoriasis, all right, head to toe, right? And this time of the year, the poor bastard, he'd bleed like a sumbitch, okay? Head to toe, the sumbitch was covered in psoriasis, okay? What he lucked out is that he was up in Canada a lot. We used to work for a lighting company, and he was up in Canada a lot. Okay, so what he would do, he used his brain. He'd go show up at a Canadian hospital, okay, and say, "Hey, listen, this stuff's really da 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 da." He'd get treatment for it. It would be okay, but they wouldn't give him a treatment all the time. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't give him enough for him to. They gave him just enough of what he needed. In other words, you know what I'm saying? So he would get what he could, bring it home. Be okay for whatever, a month and a half or something, and then hope he gets shipped back to Canada again with work. All right? And this country won't allow that medicine here. You know why? Because our FDA. Okay? It's fucked up.
And why is that?
Because it's political.
I think it's because the money. No, it's because the money that is introduced by the corporations that won't allow that to come in. It's not political. It's the corporations.
Well, that's politics in a nutshell. It's politics in a nutshell. When a corporation says to you, no, and if you do that,
that's fascism in a nutshell.
That's fucking, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do. Hey, G Mangos, I sent you 2 links. One link last week, one link the week before, and I'm glad you finally showed back up on the Quagmire.
Thank you, brother.
Good to see you.
Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
exactly.
The companies, the corporations buy their politicians, and the politicians pass the laws to benefit the corporations.
Well, and that supports my idea that we're living within a fascist government right now.
Frank says, Frank I says, big pharmaceuticals, big pharma and insurance companies are a huge problem. Bingo.
Yeah, it used to be tobacco and oil, and now it's pharmaceuticals.
Hawken Hill says healthcare would tell you to eat right, do not take vaccinations, do not take any drug a doctor prescribes. Do you eat organic fruit and vegetables and grass-fed beef? That's healthcare. All right. But it.
I agree
and
pretty much with what I assume.
Go ahead. Eric, you still here?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I pretty much agree with that. The best thing to do is avoid pharmaceuticals. Eat well.
Well, yeah, right. If you can.
Why though? Why? You drink water instead of pop, and you don't smoke, and you do all this stuff, and you go jogging and everything, and you work out. Guess what? You're going to die anyway.
You're gonna You're gonna get
Eat
hit by a
that fucking
bus.
pizza, smoke that cigar, and drink yourself to death. That's how you live your life.
That's the
And
American
enjoy
way.
yourself.
It's the American
Well,
way.
no, I eat well. I constantly smoke cigarettes, and I drink alcohol a lot.
Me
But
too.
I eat well.
Give her hell.
You only gonna live once, man. Live it to
Right
the
on,
fullest.
G.
I
True.
fucking
But when you catch
smoke.
cancer from cigarettes, don't look at me to pay your fucking bills.
No, and I have no problem with that. Okay, and I'm not gonna go look to see, well, I'm not. I'll be dead. But my wife's not gonna go look to see.
I'm gonna sue the tobacco
I'm gonna
companies.
I'm gonna go sue Marlboro, right?
Yeah.
What's their company name now? Phillips.
R.J. Reynolds.
Morris,
Philip Morris.
Philip Morris, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sue Philip Morris because I got addicted to this. And everybody sues everybody. If it's legit, I don't have a problem with it, right? But you know what? I've yet to see. Everybody knows this, so it's not like it's shocking. Okay, I have a DUI, and I haven't drank in 15-something years. Should I be able to go sue fucking Budweiser because I love their fucking product?
Just like the dumb
No.
bitch who fucking grabbed that black fucking hot coffee from Mickey D's and got like fucking $40 million.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait a second. That's a different case. That's a different case.
What's up, Judge Walker? What you got
What,
there?
Okay,
Well,
let
no,
me explain
and-
that to you though.
and this is-
Hang on. Let me explain that to you because I got a buddy that worked on that case, and
Tell me
what
about
happened
it.
with
What
that case was McDonald's was using their water so goddamn hot
Mhm.
in order to save money because the hotter your water is, the more coffee you can produce with less coffee grounds.
Mhm.
That's why they got in trouble. It was like 13 times hotter than any other average cup of coffee that you get at any restaurant because they were trying to stretch out their coffee usage.
Yeah. To me, I really don't care about this. But like Mike was saying, you got to take responsibility for yourself. You smoke cigarettes every day. You drink alcohol.
Right.
Take responsibility for that.
Right, yep. But McDonald's had a responsibility to. I mean, if they would have just served their coffee at normal,
But
temperature, it would have been okay.
But in the same token, okay, if you have, you have a little kid or what have you that takes sick, okay, and now you're, after your insurance pays for this and that, you're upwards of, a couple $100,000 in debt. I'm not asking for a program to go pay for it. I'm not doing that. But what I am gonna ask is, because now that shit goes on your credit, I think as long as you're on some plan with whomever you owe all that money to, I don't give a rat's fuck if it's $50 a month for the rest of your fucking life. I don't care.
And they don't
Okay.
run your credit when they
Yes, they do.
buy a car, Mike. Listen, when you buy a car, Mike, it's a good point because when you buy a car and that
It's
shit's
part
on
of your-
there, we overlooked that. I
Oh,
run
Yeah,
dealerships for
a
12
car
years.
does, but if you're trying to buy a
Car
house, they don't
dealers
buy a
overlook
house.
it.
Bankers, I fucking was in a
But
couple
you
for 6
know what I'm
months.
saying?
Oh yeah, I agree with you. My insurance
mean-
paid $350,000, Mikey, and in fucking 8 months I was hospitalized for 8 months. And I was at Johns Hopkins University, brother, top 5 hospital in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was
Absolutely.
in critical care unit in Anne Arundel Medical Center. They fucking told my wife I had a 20% chance to live, and they didn't know what to do with me. I was in intensive care unit for 6 months. They're gonna cut the cords on me, and she said, "Fuck you." I'm gonna send him to Johns Hopkins. He woke up a week later. Bada boom, bada bing. I mean, that was a fucking miracle. They say 2 million people that had my condition. I was the second person to walk out of there alive, but. If I didn't have fucking insurance that I got 2 weeks prior of me going in, I would have been fucked for life.
Oh, absolutely.
They wouldn't have fucking
No,
treated me.
you
They
would have
told me
been
to go the fuck
fucked for
home.
death.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
have left me for dead. I wouldn't have fucking got nothing. No.
Hey, Cobra Burnout. Have a nice night, brother, and thanks a million for coming by. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. 1991, I broke my neck. Okay, I broke the first vertebrae and the second vertebrae right in the back of my neck. And not too many people walk around today with the first and second vertebrae broken. They're either quadriplegic or they're dead.
Yeah.
And
How did you
my
manage that,
insurance,
Mike?
my insurance paid everything except for $5,000.
That's it. 5 grand.
That's the only thing I had to come out of my pocket was $5,000.
Yeah.
All right.
You had to come up with 11 grand.
Now they paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Sure.
Okay, I'm in the hospital 13, 14 days. 9 of that was in ICU.
Yeah.
And like I said, $5,000 came out of my pocket. I didn't have an
They
issue.
charged me like 10 to 15 grand when they rush you in. When they
Right.
rushed me, it was like $12,000 just to take me in.
Now, if I were to break my neck now and do that same thing now, forget it.
Yeah.
My insurance right now, I have a $3,000 deductible at work.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you got insurance? Awesome, Obamacare.
Oh no, I pay for it. I pay $117 a fucking week out of my check.
No, my
Yeah,
point
that's
is I have no insurance, haven't for the last 2 years.
But
I hope you got a good health.
I had those before I was married. I didn't have insurance. You know, when I went,
But
you know, and I didn't go till the last gun was fired. You know what I mean?
But why
And-
doesn't he have insurance though? It's the law
What's the law?
to have insurance.
Well, who told you?
Because
No.
my gross earnings last year was 21,000. Guess what? I'm opted out.
Wait a minute. All right, where's that a law that you have to have health insurance?
You have to have health insurance. Gee.
Yeah, it's a law. It's a health
Gee, they
insurance.
charged. Gee, my nephew.
It's the Affordable Health Care Act that Obama passed.
Gee, my nephew used to work for CVS Pharmacy. All right, he was
But
a manager.
that's my point. I opted out. I made less than what you have to make for Obamacare.
I think that's a gray area, man.
Gee,
So do you have to pay a penalty on your taxes every year?
Well, that's
No,
what
actually, 2 years in a row, no penalties.
my nephew worked for CVS Pharmacy.
Mhm.
Okay, and they didn't offer insurance. And he wasn't going to go out and get his own Cobra or anything like that because it's an arm and a leg, right? They took $1,000 out of his fucking tax return.
He did his tax return wrong.
Well,
Mike, he'll be right back to you.
He's not a full-time. Is he a full-time employee?
He was.
Well, that can't be right because anything over 50 employees have to offer insurance.
I'm telling you, CVS, dude.
I know. My mother-in-law used to work for him. So, yeah, CVS, I mean, they've got more than 50 employees, so therefore they have to have insurance.
Like I said, he did his.
Here's another joke.
He did it wrong.
Here's another joke, right? Dental insurance. All right. So I pay, I don't know, $15 a week or something like that for dental insurance. Okay.
It's good for like cleanings and X-rays, and you got to pay your out of pocket for everything else.
$1,500 per person in my house. All right. I look at it this way. If my kid isn't at the dentist, let's say calendar year is January 1 to December 31st, okay? And they're not at the dentist, and I didn't use any part of that $1,500, I should at least be able to carry over no less than $800 a year.
Well, yeah, that's what we used to call banking it. Like I said, I'm a union guy. We used to call that banking it. That's not allowed anymore.
Well,
You're
it should
fucked.
be, because, you know, it's just unreal.
No, I agree with you.
It's just unreal. You know, now the good thing about the insurance I have is because I've already gone over my fucking my $3,000. All right, whatever I go to the hospital for now. All right, I get a check from the insurance company. I got a check one Saturday. I didn't know what the hell it was all about. It was for $300 and something. I'm like, huh, cash that fucking thing. And so I called the HR girl at work, and I said to her, I says, hey, I said, I know it's Saturday. I got a question for you. She says, what? I go, I just got a check in the mail for $300 and something. And she says, yeah, because you're over your $3,000. And after once you go over your $3,000, you get X amount of percent back to pay the bill. I'm like, yeah, well, that's going to something else.
Hey, Mike.
But what's up, buddy?
I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I've been laying here in bed for the past like hour.
Wow, you didn't even fall asleep.
No, I know.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, but if I stay on any longer, I will. So.
Yet happy.
But I am going to call it a night, guys.
All right, brother. Good seeing you.
Thanks for the link.
Hey, you know that. Anytime, it's Friday. You know that.
Yeah, we had some good conversation, good debates out there.
Yeah.
As long as people agree that I'm always right, we'll be okay.
You got that from your wife, and you know it.
Yeah, probably.
All right, brother. Good seeing you.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Good night.
So Dusty says, let's get out of what the government deems a law. When citizens disagree, we should be allowed to opt out and be a sovereign citizen. Why anyone acting for the people must hear the voice of the people. Oh, absolutely, Hawkins. That's what I mean. They're all in bed together. Hawkins says, look at the big picture, people. It's not about the insurance. It's about the control. You go to the doctor and he tells you what medicine to take. Oh, absolutely. That's why I said they're all in bed together. The doctors, the pharmaceuticals, they're all in bed together. You know. It sucks, obviously. That goes without saying. But at any rate, Mr. Hillbilly, where have you been camping or going out or whatever, going outdoors and
Man, I've not gone camping in 6 weeks.
really?
Yeah,
At
it's
least you
that
went.
bad. Man, I started out the spring with it being crazy rainy and,
Right.
so I couldn't, I'm one of those, I just go camping when it's nice out, guys. I'm not one of those guys who goes camping when it's rainy. I ain't one of those guys who goes camping when it's 90 fucking degrees. I'm not one of those guys who goes camping when it's 20 degrees.
Right.
So, yeah,
I
it's
do.
been bad. It's been bad in Illinois.
I wish he was here. He's actually out fishing right now. But working class woodsman and I'm going to do my best to get him to come and we're going to try to winter camp this year.
Well, I'm going camping tomorrow night. Look for the video.
All right, cool. Well, that's good. We get out and do something, whatever we're going to do. Whether it's camp, I don't give a shit what we're doing. You know? I just don't. I don't care what it is. Whatever your hobbies are, go out and do them. You know why? It's too short and time just gets away from you. You know? I want to. I swear to God, I want to go into camping. I try it. But hey, here's an interesting tidbit for you. So I was talking to NH Trapper, and I think we were on his chat one night, and so this is again with the Massachusetts, right? So in Massachusetts, you can trap a bobcat. He lives in New Hampshire, and you can't trap a bobcat in New Hampshire. Are you trying to tell me there's more bobcat in Massachusetts than there is in New Hampshire? Because Massachusetts doesn't allow outsiders to trap certain animals like beaver, I can't go, because I'm a Massachusetts resident, and go and trap. My point about all this is that fucking laws that people make, it's just phenomenal. The dumbness behind it. Absolutely, Hawken, and I don't have an issue with that. Hawken Hill said, the way the world is going, you better learn how to camp and hunt and rely on yourself.
That's what we were talking the other night on the tavern. How the fuck are people going to survive and have to catch and kill their own fucking dinner and fucking skin it and clean it and cook it?
Just like you did.
People are going to be fucked. You know how to do it, yes, Mikey T. But listen, brother, there's a lot of fucking people out there.
Yep.
The average fucking food supply for per family out there is fucking 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yep.
What the fuck are you gonna do in 2 weeks? These people are gonna fucking shit when they can't have their fucking iPhones and their little fucking Pokemon fucking Go and
this is the thing, right?
That's why I let my boys watch TV, brother. They read books. They read. They're outdoors. They do shit. They don't just sit inside and watch fucking Blues Clues.
Those same people, right, that you're talking about,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Well, if you go to work and say, so, I was watching this video on YouTube, or I was in a chat on YouTube, and we were talking about prepping and everything like that, they're gonna fucking look at you like you're on another planet.
Oh, I know. And
they're gonna be like,
it's
prepping? A prepper? Oh, you're one of those?
You collect fucking this, you collect that, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And
they don't know two is one and one is not. They don't know nothing about that.
I haven't met Rich yet, and Rich doesn't have to give out the number, obviously. I haven't met Rich yet.
Right.
I'm going to guarantee you that Rich has more fucking ammo.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're going to be knocking on your doors, Mikey. Those fuckers are going to be knocking on your doors to fucking help.
Exactly.
So, brother, you're going to have people fucking marching down, fucking stealing your house, stealing your food, stealing your... Dude, get your shit ready, brother. That's why all of us, you and us, and a lot of different communities out there, we preach that shit for the last 2-3 years, and we get laughed at by Mrs. Johnson and Mr. Smith that go eat their fucking $100 lobsters and their $100 steaks, and fucking they got the world, right at their fingers, and they're gonna be fucked.
Gee, you're right, and it's the mentality. Okay, it's like, whose responsibility is it to keep? Give me 1 second, guys. Whose responsibility is it to keep? All right. Well, I'm gonna. Hey, FEJ, and thank you. Oh, welcome. He's saying good morning from the UK. Thank you. Whose responsibility is it to keep my family safe? Mine.
It's yours.
Mine. Yeah. Okay, it's my responsibility. And when I can't, okay, if it's beyond my realm of control of being able to do that, that's when I pick up the phone and call a cop. Okay? When more people start thinking for them, and I'm not talking about becoming some selfish, self-centered prick, but when more people start realizing that they got to take care of themselves first, right? Then those people, like you're saying, G, that only have the 2 weeks worth of food, right? Now, do I prep here, in my home? Do I prep on a light scale? Yes, I do. Each week my wife goes to grocery shop. She'll come back with, either extra dry, dry soup or what have you, or canned food or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't have water. I can tell you that much. Well, I have water, but not enough to. But so, am I prepping? I would say on a small scale, yeah. But I also know I can make a hell of a lot longer than 2 weeks. Okay, in that time period, uh, I would be hunting. You know what I'm saying? So I have the means. I have the guns to hunt. I have. I have. What the hell's the word? I'm like. I have the means to take care of myself
Yeah.
and my family.
And teach your kids, man. That's when you teach them when they're young. They live that shit.
All right. I'm not gonna go break in my neighbor's house looking for food.
That's right. That's what's gonna happen, man. People are gonna fucking terrorize and fucking vandalize and break in and
Thank you, Warlord 1999. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I'll give you a little, for instance, on a way dummy down scale. G, you're up in the Northeast, so you pretty much get the same winters I get.
yes, sir.
And Rich, because Rich is from Massachusetts, so obviously he gets the same ones I do. All right. So here's what's funny to me. Okay. It'll be a Monday, and the weatherman will say, we're going to get 5 inches of snow on Wednesday. Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, and Wednesday right before it snows, Wednesday morning before it snows, you can't get in a fucking grocery store.
Nope.
You can't. You
And
can't
if you
get
go in, the lines are friggin' down the aisle.
down the aisle. It is a fucking it's unreal. You live in an area where you get piss poor weather, whether it's winter weather, whether it's hurricane weather, whether it's whatever fucking weather you want. Okay? You're in that area. You need to, well, I don't want to preach. Here's what I do. I prepare myself for those days. Okay? I don't, unless you're old and you can't get out of your own house, all right? If you're capable of being able to get up, go to the supermarket and buy what you need, and you wait till the last gun is fired, well, shame the fuck on you. And I don't want to hear, well, I just got out of work, or I just got to fire, or I had to take the kid over here. Fuck that bullshit. Don't make excuses. You know. And the same people. Now, here's the fucking smart spot in this fucking shit, right? What are they buying? Milk,
eggs, bread.
eggs.
Bread.
No, everything that you have to refrigerate. So
No
now
cans.
So now when they lose power, if they weren't smart enough to buy themselves a decent ass fucking cooler, okay, whatever they bought is gonna go to shit.
Mm-hmm.
You want your eggs, you want your protein, buy powdered eggs. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The fuck? I see the lady walking out, 4 gallons of fucking milk, couple of gallons of water, a bunch of eggs. I'm looking at her like, I wanted to ask if she was like a chef or whatever. And until she said to the girl, oh, I have to get this in case we lose power, so I have enough milk in the house.
You know, the worst part about it is they're not even smart enough that they could put it out in the snow if they needed to.
Exactly. And that's the other thing. They're not. So these people, G, I guess the long of the short version, right? these people that look at us and laugh because we do these things for ourselves, they're going to be the ones being hurt. You know what I mean? So my point is,
they're going to be short and done. Yeah,
people
yeah, absolutely.
start
I agree with you.
people start taking care of themselves, then the other shit will change. Slowly but surely, the other shit will change. Because people will be more self-reliant. You know what I mean? And so here's my belief. When people become more self-reliant, then you won't see a lot of the, I think anyway, hey, you owe me this, the state of Massachusetts should pay for this for me, the state of Massachusetts should do that for me, or whatever. No, do that for yourself. You know? But not to break subject. Michelle, who are you going to see tomorrow, sweetheart? You're going to see, I think I know who you're going to see. He's close. He's real close to you. But you know what I'm saying? Now, am I silly in the fact that I don't have, I got ammunition, okay? But I got a brother-in-law who probably has over 2,000 rounds just in one fucking particular caliber. Now he's got a bunch of guns. He's got a bunch of guns. He's got a bunch of ammo.
Right.
He's got a couple of few thousand rounds of 22 ammo.
You would slap me if I told you. Well, I'm not going to say.
And no, it's all good. Hey, the people stabbing chats. What's up?
You damn right. What's up, baby? We in the house, baby. We in the house.
So I don't have that much because I can't see. I'm on a I'm on a seesaw, right? Because I know what I need to do, but yet at the same token, right for here and now, I got to make sure the kids are fed first. I got to make sure the kids are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the other shit falls in. So I have enough ammunition that I'll be okay. Okay. Am I gonna be okay for a year? Fuck no.
Get all the ammo you want, Michelle.
Fuck
I got
no.
14K rounds.
You know. So in talking to my brother-in-law, he says, Mike, you know how I did it? He says, I didn't go out and spend $300 a whack on my fucking ammo.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Mike, I'd go to the store for something. Your sister would send me to the store. He goes, and just like you go right to the guns.
He froze on me.
Yep, he froze.
Hope he doesn't fall out there.
You know?
That's why all those suckers got mad back in the day when they were saying you were hoarding this, hoarding that. I didn't give a fuck what people said. If you had money to buy that ammo, of course you're going to keep it. You're not trying to flip it and fucking bone somebody. Because I'm not cool with that, buying a box of 50 rounds of 22 for like $5 and trying to sell it for 10. That's just not cool. Help somebody out. But like I said, I bought thousands of rounds of 22, Mikey. And I didn't care what people were saying. You fucking hoard this, hoard that. You don't let the next guy have an opportunity to buy it. You do. You're a day late and a dollar short. What do you want me to tell you?
The only thing I think is not illegal. Well, maybe it's not illegal, but the only thing I don't think it is right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so XYZ Walmart is getting a shipment in of fucking 22 up the wazoo.
I could never buy.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just using it as an example, right? So, Walmart's gonna get this massive shipment in of fucking 22 ammo, whatever. Pick an ammo. I don't give a fuck. Pick a caliber. It doesn't really bother me. Joe Knucklehead behind the counter calls his buddy. Says, "Hey, listen, it's coming in at noontime." Da da da.
Yeah,
That kind of
yeah.
sucks.
That ain't cool.
Now, if his buddy Joe went to the
Yeah.
store and saw it there and bought it, that's one thing. You know what I mean?
Hey man, if you got the bread, and you're on time, buy as much ammo as you want. That's the
That's
way
like
I see it.
insider trading.
Why
Right.
should I get mad because a guy's got fucking $500 and he wants to buy 1,000 rounds of fucking? Go, do it.
Exactly, Rich. It's
Yeah.
insider trading. I'm with you, Rich. Greg says he has about 2,000 rounds spread out over 3 calibers. That's cool. When he goes to shoot, he buys more ammo and he rotates the oldest and puts the rounds I just bought
That's right.
back in the inventory.
That's right.
Well,
I don't go less than $5,000, G. I stay at $5,000.
And Hawken Hills says 12 gauge single shot with adapters and some black powder, and you're good to go. Yes, you are.
Yeah, when I go through a lot of rounds, I get pissed off, man. I'm like, shit, when I'm driving home, I'm like, damn, I gotta replace that. You know, like Greg said, whatever you shoot, you would like to replace. That's how I am. I get really pissed off when I go through like a couple of 1,000 rounds at the range or whatever. But now I'm in the country, so I can just shoot every day, wherever I want, as much as I want. It's field day down here. I'm in the country. I'm out of the city.
Greg just made a good point. Reload. Do reloads if you can.
That's what I need to start doing. I have it. I bought a Dillon Square Deal B. I just can't get off my ass to get started with it.
I know, right? Cockeye, double cases, same thing, G. Feels the same way. Got to replace what I shoot immediately.
Yeah, brother. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's why I don't go through fucking hundreds of rounds when I'm at field.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I told you I bought a box of fucking 2 3/4 slugs. $20 fucking for a box of 5.
I used to buy cases. I bought like a case of birdshot for like $80.
Yeah.
And then I got a case of double buck. And I got a case of slugs. I'm good, man. I'm great.
Yeah, because all right, so say something does fuck up, right?
Yeah.
You get your birdshot for all your small game. You know what I mean? You get your slugs for your big game.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your buckshot for fucking intruders or whatever, and if you needed it for decent sized game, you know what I mean?
It's versatile, very versatile.
Hey, Hoogland, what's up? Good night, Dusty. Thank you for coming.
My biggest issue is I want to go to the range to go shooting.
Yep.
My wife wants to go. My daughter-in-law wants to go. Both my sons want to go. Who the hell do you think is supplying all the ammo?
Big Daddy.
None of them.
Big Daddy.
That's right. So we go there, and you're talking, 500-600 rounds in a matter of 2 hours, and it's like,
that's right.
Oh well, we just had fun. I'm
that's
like,
right.
Yeah, we had fun. Daddy's got to go pay for it.
You gotta go replace them.
Yeah, Zach's just saying that. Zach Hawkins says makes me sick when I see these gun channels just blowing through ammo in their video after video.
Rich, I'm sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to tell Rich I saved a couple of thousand of those fucking shitty ass, what are they called, the 22 Remington, the Golden Boys, whatever they are, the yellow jackets. You know what I'm talking about, the Remington.
Yeah.
The shitty, oh man, they're I don't like shooting anything but CCI personally. That's all I shoot. That's what I fucking racked up. 2 years of racking up ammo. I pretty much racked on that. So.
Hey, Rich.
But the little boys just shoot that shit. I give it to the little boys.
Rich, so the hooligan said 12. The hooligan, I forget where hooligan's from, but the hooligan says 12 gauge slugs here where he's at are 15 rounds for like $12. What are we paying for 15 rounds of slugs up here?
Honestly, I don't know. I have a shotgun. I don't have much. I got 2 ARs. If I'm going for something, I'm gonna grab my AR. If
Right.
shit hits the fan, you know. So I got a ton of 5.56 and a
There you
bunch of
go.
9mm. I mean, I got 2 calibers for pistol, 9 and 45, and my wife has a 380 because that's all I can get her to carry.
Right.
But you know what? Something's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
Hey.
Brother. Good for you, man. Good man.
Michelle's got that nano. I love that fucking nano she's got.
I got
Yeah.
my wife started out with she wanted the PPS. She loved it. Had to have it. I bought that. Couldn't stand it. Got rid of it. Bought her a SIG 938 like mine.
Yep.
Hated it.
Glock
She
19.
bought no. I have one of them, but no, she don't want that.
Number one pistol in the world.
So then I bought her a 9mm Smith & Wesson full-size M&P. She likes it, but how are you going to carry that in a little purse?
That's
you know?
good.
Right.
Yeah, these are good.
So I bought her the SIG P238, and she loves it.
Yeah, that's the one that the P238. That's the one that Stump has. He told me, he said, "Oh, you can drive down and get it."
Oh, it's a 238. Then that's legal, then, Mike.
It's it's interchangeable too.
SIG, that's what I've got, the little P238.
No, driver. That's the one. That's the one that driver. That's the one that Stump has, right?
I don't know that he's got a little SIG P238. I know that.
What's the SIG he's always showing me then? That he keeps
that's
telling me.
like a 239 or a 238 is a 380.
Because he keeps telling me that you know how Stump keeps saying, when you're down here, he says, "Mikey, I just give it to you."
Yeah, no, that was a 4-number SIG. I don't remember what the number was, and it was not mass compliant.
Oh, it's not mass compliant.
Now, if you look at my picture, the third one over from the left, that's a 938.
Okay.
So that's how tiny it is.
Oh,
but right. I have a 19, and I also have a 43 I carry every day. I love my 43.
Oh yeah, that's sweet. Single stack.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm a big fat guy, and I wear gym shorts every day. And I use the N82 tactical holster, and I can carry that on my side, and no one even knows I have it.
There you go.
And I'm in and out of people's houses doing plumbing service calls all day long, and they don't have a clue.
No, what's the Glock we can't have? 19 or 17, right?
Well, technically we can't have them, but there's ways to get them. You can't have any of the Glocks, but I have 2, and I live in Massachusetts.
And I'm talking afterband too.
No, you can have the pre-band mags. I have the 15-round pre-bands, but they got to be pre-band.
Right.
The Glock 21's my favorite to shoot. The 45 ACP, are those good?
Yep.
There, Rich.
No Glocks are legal in this state. They're not on the Attorney General's list.
Wow.
But there were shops that were selling them that said, "Fuck you, we're still going to sell them," until I think it was the last week of the year. She sent the letter out and said, "Listen, knock it off, or we're going to come knocking on your door." And everybody stopped. But I had already bought my Gen 4 19. I bought it back in September. And then here's the funniest part. We can do what's called an EFA 10, which is a private transfer from one person to another. So that's how I got my 43. A guy had it, and you know what? I paid a little more than I needed to pay for it, but I wanted it, so I bought it. And
now,
the best thing I ever did.
Do we still have to do paperwork on that, Rich?
You could do it right online.
Kind of.
Yeah, there's a portal right on the Mass site.
Yep.
You put in your info, and then the other person has to put their PIN number in, their name and their PIN number, and then it tells you if it goes through or not, if it's denied. If it's denied, then you can't do it. And you can do that 4 times a private, 4 times a year. Now tell G what's going on with our situation. I don't know if he's heard.
Oh yeah, G, did you listen to my chat last week?
No, sir.
We can't have ARs anymore.
What? Fucking our brother just bought one. I ain't gonna say no names, but my brother right down the street from you, right over there, 30 minutes away.
Yeah, well,
Who the fuck's
as of
30 minutes
He
last,
just got one. He just got it yesterday.
Put his name in the intern.
No. The boy that lives
No,
about
no.
an hour. My boy that lives an hour away from me, brother.
I
and
don't
he's
know.
in
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
you do. No, he's in Rhode Island.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's okay.
no. We're talking
No, no.
Massachusetts.
Oh,
We're
Massachusetts.
talking Mass.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. But
Last-
no, Massachusetts, you can't.
that's
Okay,
fucked
so
up.
today,
That's fucked up.
tomorrow morning, I go to the store, right? I go to a gun shop, and I want to buy an AR. I can't.
So here's what happened, G.
Yes, sir.
Last Wednesday, as of midnight, she banned all ARs or any duplicate, copycat AR, AK weapon from being allowed to buy in the state of Massachusetts at a stroke of a pen.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Now, gee, there was nothing about this was known. Okay?
No, didn't go through the Senate, didn't go through the House, nothing.
We're ending session, Sunday.
So, by law, as today, you can go get yourself an AR.
No.
No, she already banned it as of the 20th.
Oh, she did ban.
She did it all on her own. She did it all on her own.
No.
And here's my reason. She did it right before the Democratic National Convention. And she, in my opinion, she was auditioning for Hillary in case
power of the
she
pussy.
gets in.
Yeah,
That's right. And the other thing is and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but she is part of the gay community. And this all happened after San Bernardino.
Yeah.
After Orlando, I meant to say.
I know what you meant.
So she had a lot of things on her agenda why she did it.
Hawken Hills is just rubbing the fucking throwing of salt right in my wound, right?
As soon as she goes in there, there's going to be sad for the gun owners. Or so many gun owners are going to shut the doors down when she goes in. It's going to be game. It's game over for everyone.
So Hawken Hills says he bought $40 worth of a raffle ticket today for an AR. Thanks, buddy.
So we had almost 5,000 people at the State House last Saturday in a rally, and
Nice.
We're going again this week. We're going again tomorrow. I'll be there. I'll be leaving here at 10 o'clock to go to Boston. I fucking hate driving to Boston, but you got to do what you got to do.
You guys don't have open carry, right, Rich?
No open carry, but we can conceal carry. Well, technically,
technically we can.
You can open carry.
We can. Well, here's how it goes in Massachusetts.
Okay.
You ready? It's fucked up, but this is how it goes. Lawfully, we can carry open. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Wrongfully.
But we call them LTCs up here, license to carry.
Right.
So when you get your LTC in the state of Massachusetts, all right, it's already a foregone conclusion that you're going to be carrying that concealed because it's highly recommended in the state of Massachusetts that you do not carry open. So unlike New Hampshire, that you have to have two separate permits, open carry and concealed carry, we don't have that. All right, when you get your LTC, you already know the laws to begin with. Well, you should anyways. And it's going to be for concealment only.
So here's what I was told when I went, because I asked the question when I got my LTC. I asked the issuing officer, I said, I hear that open carry is legal. I personally don't want to open carry, but can I if I just choose to? Yes, you can. But if we get too many phone calls in your area that you've been open carrying, you're a nuisance, when you renew in 5 years, you will be denied. It's guaranteed you will be denied.
No shit.
Because the local chief is the one.
For you. Yeah, they got a hard on you already.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
So
you got to play by the rules.
Yeah. You have to have your shit. Absolutely. Because
know?
let me tell you what's really fucked up. 7 miles away from us, we live in an open carry state.
This is a health
You,
insurance
oh,
card,
thank you.
and this is a
Thanks, my love.
prescription
Thank you, my
assistance
love.
for
Hold on, Mike.
75.
Yeah,
He's
it's
down
nuts, Mike.
Yeah, no.
Where is he now?
He's down in I want to say Baltimore or Maryland.
I'm 7 miles away from Delaware, Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I went right through there. I went to Texas. My son graduated from the Air Force, and I went. Here's the craziest thing. I'm licensed in 35 states. I leave my driveway. I'm 3 miles from the Connecticut line. I got to put my pistol away. Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Maryland. As soon as I hit Virginia, I'm good to go the rest of the way for the whole trip. Same thing on the way back. I got to put it away before I get home. It's crazy.
It is. It should be a national thing. If you have a license to carry in Massachusetts, I should be able to carry in any fucking state.
And I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Maine, and non-Utah plus Massachusetts.
Yep. Greg, you have a Glock too? You're a Glock guy? Good thing Michelle isn't here. She'll be up your ass. We tease. Michelle is, he was here earlier tonight, Big Glock Daddy. When he was on Jamie Time, right? I would absolutely tease the shit out of him, Rich.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, just all teasing, And I said to him, hey, when you get your Glock, right? So what happens? I go, so you guys are at Walmart, and your wife's going to look at one thing, and you say, honey, I'm going to the toy department and buy a Glock. And I just, we're all just, we're just jousting back and forth, having a grand old time.
Well, the craziest
So one
thing
day,
up here,
well, one day
Sorry,
somebody
Nick.
asked me, they said, Mike, you're all over the kid about a Glock. What's up with you and the Glock? I says, listen, first of all, I go, it's all in just good fun.
Yep.
I says, because I don't give a rat's ass whether you have a fucking Derringer, okay? The best weapon you have is the one you have on you when you need it.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yep.
I don't give a rat's ass Taurus. I don't give a fuck what it is.
My thing is it's easier to carry a gun than it is to carry a cop.
Yep. People down there in Texas like Driver, what do you guys like carry? Like fucking 44s and everything?
I think he has a SIG. He has a SIG 238. I think he said he also has a couple of Glocks. I think. Could be wrong. He might be sleeping.
No,
You carried it.
sorry, I was on another site looking
It's
at
all right,
something.
buddy.
No, I generally carry my Glock 26 anymore. And if I'm carrying one on my ankle or my winter gun is my car CM9, and I've got a couple of Glock 19s, but like I said, generally it's my 26 most of the time.
You like that CM9? I bought a PM9. My hands are just way too big. I couldn't control that thing. Not at all.
No, but it can be a little snappy, but like I said, for concealment, it's great.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a range gun.
Right.
That's why I like the 43 and the 938 because they're just so small.
The LC9 worked just fine for you for concealment too. The Rugers.
I'm trying to find a cotton picking decent left-handed holster for my 9mm wheel gun.
Oh, fuck that!
Start carrying that.
Hey, get a hold of fucking Tolly. He'll make you one.
Yeah, I talked to him about it already, but
I know he's backed up, but he's because he made Working Class Woodsman's fucking holster. Hooligan says he shot a car 380 a couple of weeks ago for the first time. He hated that trigger.
Oh, the P380. I've got a P380 also. Yeah. Now cars have a CM and a PM and a whatever 380 that's half the price of what the PM is.
Hooligan, help some people out here, especially a guy like me. I'm not even being funny, I'm being dead serious. It says you hated the trigger. Why did you hate the trigger? What did it do that you didn't like?
It's a long pole on mine
Oh,
anyway.
yeah,
Is it long, really?
yeah. That's the other reason I hated that pistol. That trigger was horrible.
Why is it so? Why are they? Why would they have? It was the cheap version. Was what Hooligan said. Why is it a long pull on a 380 like that?
Well, this was a 9mm, the one I had.
Oh,
I had
okay.
the PM9, and it's just a really long pull, and then you got to reset the thing all the way back out. It's not like a Glock where you got that short reset.
Right.
It's not like that, or a M&P, or any of those, the
Yep.
strikers. Now that little SIG, the P938, it's a single action, but it's because you got the safety.
Yep.
It's a light trigger. Whereas the PM9 doesn't have a safety on it. I didn't like it. For a $700 gun, it went back 3 days later.
Right. I went up to Manchester, New Hampshire, a while back, and I shot the Beretta Storm, the PK, the P 41 to 33, the PK Storm that Beretta puts out.
Yep.
First of all, I don't know how the fuck I would have to, that'd be like a winter carry because it's big.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, there wasn't too much in that gun I didn't like. Who was it? Where the hell was I? We were shooting a Taurus. What the hell? Which one was it now?
Was it in this state?
No, it was in New Hampshire. What the hell was it though? Anyways, I didn't like the grip on it, Richie, because all right, so I have girly hands to begin with. I have a very small hand. All right,
Okay.
and the grip was, I'm gonna say my hand went over the bottom of the grip by a good half inch or so, maybe.
Yep.
I hate that. I like my grip, to be almost either flush or a little bit longer than
Yep.
than when you know what I'm saying. Some people call me PX4. Thank you, Hooligan. Sorry.
Yeah. The problem with a
I
lot
said
of the
PK,
smaller
but
ones,
it was-
you're only going to get 2 fingers on.
Yeah.
You know. And that's the way it is with my P938 with the flush mag, which is the way I carry that. Although my Glock 43, I have the Karen Tactical +1 extension mags, which is nice, which gives me a little extra purchase on it. And that's why I carry that every day. That's, we went to Texas and back. I had my Glock 19 and I had my 43. I carried my 43 the whole time.
There you go.
Extra mag in my pocket. We're good to go. I
Yep.
mean, nothing happened, but you know what? If something does happen, we're
You're
prepared.
Exactly.
I was talking to a gentleman that used to work at, oh God, what's that airplane place down in Connecticut there? Pratt Whitney.
Yep.
Pratt Whitney. And he was security down there. He was in the military and got a job there. Because he lived in Springfield, he couldn't get a license to carry. They wouldn't give him one.
Unbelievable.
He's like, "What are you talking about? I got security clearance." He was an MP. Nope. Sorry.
Do you know my kid brother's a cop?
I heard you say that before.
Yep. And I still can't fathom that he can get on an airplane like that, but
Oh, because he can carry on an airplane.
he can carry on his hip on an airplane.
Yep.
And all he has to do is fill out a form. When he gets there, he has to go to a private room, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
Bring that form, all his creds, his cop creds he needs, all that shit. And I'm like, it's unreal.
Well, here's the story for you. I got a buddy that's coming me tomorrow.
Yep.
when he was 17, he got a marijuana possession charge. He just applied for his LTC.
Yep.
He was disqualified right away before he even filled out the application.
Because it's a drug.
17, he's not even a legal adult. Now, this guy is a veteran. He was in the Marines for 10-something years. It's just not right.
Nope.
You got a guy that served his country.
And considering you can have like a fucking ounce in this fucking state,
Yeah.
it's only $100 fine now.
So he's like, you know what, I'm gonna buy my time. I'm gonna keep my FID for a year. Now he is the commissioner, the sewer commissioner for a
Yeah.
town out my way. And he said, in a year, I probably can get it just based on, because now around here they're allowing people that are in authority in towns to have a license to carry. Like, I'm a local plumbing inspector, so at that point in time, it wouldn't affect me. I already have it, so it's not a big deal.
Right.
You know? It's nuts. This state is crazy. But, you know, I was in a chat the other night, and the guy's like, well, move. It's easier said than done. You know, I mean, I've got
got
an
3
established...
kids. Yep.
Yeah,
You establish your business.
Yeah.
Your business is established. You have customers. All right. Me, you know, I don't own my own business. However, all right, granted, my kid's 8. My oldest son, he's 18, and he's going in the Army. So, okay, fine. I don't have to worry about him, so to speak. Okay. Yeah. But I have 2 young daughters that I don't want to drag out if I don't have to. Now, if they were little, they were 3 and 4, yeah, see ya. Okay?
Yep.
But they're into dance, they have basketball they're into.
Yeah.
Do I want to move a mile to New Hampshire to stop putting up with the bullshit and the madness? Of course I do.
Yeah.
But there's other things I can do, too, and I'm not going to say I'm on air, but, you know,
I've said it to my wife. You know what? I can run the business from New Hampshire. I just have to change my location. I mean, my area would have to be up where you live right now. I would have to service that area.
Yeah.
But start all over, you know? And I mean, I could do it. I've got lead services where the work comes in, and it would work out. But, you know, I don't know. You know, get the house. We own a house here. It's like, do I want to just up and go? Sell this and go there? No.
Now, is where you are, is that the same as Whitensville?
No. I'm over near Sturbridge.
All right.
So I'm in Southbridge, which
yeah, you're off.
happens to be the heroin capital of Central Mass.
You're off of exit 9 off the Pike.
Yeah, and I'm off of. I go 84 every day. I get on 84 in Sturbridge, and I go to the Pike, and I go either west or I go east towards Worcester.
Right. Oh, one of these days, if you're in Worcester, I'll have to buy a cup of Joe.
Well, either that or you can come down some weekend. I mean, between the wife and I, we got like 12 pistols. We got plenty for you to try.
We'll have to try that.
You can have at it.
We'll bring Groovy with us.
No.
Groove, take a trip north to Massachusetts, because in Massachusetts is the happening place, you know.
Yeah.
It's a. I mean, I like the state. Don't misunderstand me. I like the history of it. There's a lot of parts of Massachusetts I really like. The problem is that some of these laws are overweighing the things I like. The
biggest issue with the state is we're a blue state. That's the biggest issue.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what's happening in New Hampshire? The same fucking thing. Because they're moving from here to southern New Hampshire. Not northern New Hampshire. There's no work and there's nothing up there.
Yeah.
You know, you go 2 towns. You go a town or 2 up north of Concord. Forget it. You know, they laugh at you. But anything really south of, you know, like a town or 2 south of Concord, like Hooksett area.
Yeah.
A lot of mass people.
Because it's the same thing,
It's still close
Just-
enough to
yeah.
to go into town if they're working in town. You know?
It's the same thing with Southern Maine. People say it. It's like
Yeah.
Massachusetts, just
The
in Maine.
annex. Yep, it's the annex.
The area where we go. I mean, I go to Moody. I love Moody Beach area.
Yep.
We live at the Main Diner.
The main diner.
Yep. Bowling
My
Claw across the street.
my mother-in-law lives in Cape Nettic.
Okay.
And I fucking hate going there, especially this time of the year.
Oh, it's a nightmare there. We were just there a couple weeks ago.
It's like the Cape. You can't drive nowhere.
No.
You know.
You can expect traffic.
You know, they're selling that lighthouse off of York. You know the lighthouse is like 7
Yeah,
miles
it was
out.
just Nibble, right?
Nibbles Lighthouse. Yeah, they're selling it on a private
Are they?
sale. Yeah.
No, we were just there 2 weeks ago. We were at Nibbles.
Yep. With the seals out.
No, we were there at night.
I can't imagine why there's no great whites up there. There's fucking seals all over that island.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of these days, I think I might. I'm friends. I follow Gold on Facebook.
Yep.
I don't think I joined though.
Yeah, I haven't joined yet, but I am going to join with all this going on. I'm going
But
to join
you know,
Goal and
a
Comp
lot of the
2.
meetings are so far away.
Yeah.
You know, fuck, they're far away from where I am, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, hopefully, I'll take the wife's Mustang GT into the Boston tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Oh, there you go. That'd be a nice ride.
Well, I took it last week because I got a big Ford F-250, and I'm like, where am I going to park in that thing?
No shit.
So I took her 13 GT into the city, and I'm going down the Pike. That thing's got 420 horse.
Yeah, you can't
That
even
thing screams.
You can't even park in a garage in that fucking thing.
No. That's like we went. She wanted to go to Faneuil Hall.
Yep.
I drove around for 3/4 of an hour till I found a garage I could get my truck in.
Yep. Here's the thing you do the next time you go to Faneuil Hall, though, right?
Yep.
You got to time it right, of course. Do you know Oyster House on what the fuck's the name of the street? I forget the name of the fucking street. It's right around. I mean, literally around the corner from Faneuil Hall. And all right, you can on the back end of Faneuil Hall. All right. Sometimes on the street you can put. You know, you have to pay the meter.
Yeah.
But you can park there on the back end. You know what I'm saying? On the back end, on the other end.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, I found one right over where that Jewish section is, where they got all the, the synagogue stuff.
Yep.
There was one right over there. Let me tell you, it was scary going up.
Oh yeah, with the Holocaust Memorial.
Yeah. Yeah. It was right near the Holocaust.
That's the name of the street I'm trying to think of. I can't think of the name of that fucking street.
But I found a garage right there.
Yep.
And it wasn't that expensive, neither. But it was scary going up and coming down because as I'm coming down, you know what the front of that thing looks like.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like trying to look over the top. I'm like, holy shit, where the hell am I going?
Yep. Hey, Knife Tex, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Knife Tex says, seen a goat and a chicken getting down on a flatbed in San Antonio today. Sea driver, I told you Texans are kind of weird down there.
No, I was down there. I didn't see anybody open carrying in Texas. Nobody. Even though they're open carry.
Driver, do you open carry?
Just. Oh, I am on. I didn't know.
No, you're on.
Did it still muted or not? I sort of do, like on the seconds, sort of like Marshall does.
Yeah.
With my black shirt,
Yep.
Every second matters.
Yep.
And other than that, maybe when I'm out mowing or whatever, if I've got to run, not very often. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in when I run out of the house to go do something. But generally, I'll put an overshirt on where it's my shirt covers.
Right.
See, I wear 2 shirts. I wear a T-shirt and then a shirt over that every day, no matter how hot it is, because I can't stand it up against me.
Oh yeah, if I definitely have a T-shirt on because I don't care for it rubbing up against me.
Yeah. And
Now,
then I put a shirt over it.
do you guys have inside?
Yeah, inside the waistband. That's what
inside the waistband.
in the picture.
I've quit wearing virtually every one of my inside the waistband unless I'm wearing a pair of sweatpants. Then I'll either use my Nate,
Yeah.
or there's another one that I just got. It's not really like a belly band, but then again, I would call it a belly band type if I'm wearing sweats or something that doesn't have a belt. But generally, no. The 2 holsters that I wear every day, depending on if I'm having to go to work with somebody, I wear my Serpa, and on my personal clothes, or if I'm going out, I wear my Safari, because both of those are retention.
Now, what is with the Serpas that I keep hearing? Again, you guys know I don't have one. You guys know I don't have a handgun, so no need for me to carry a holster, right? Have a holster, I should say. What is it with the Serpas that people are like? They absolutely love those fucking holsters.
Well, it's the retention, and your normal draw. You push the release button is with your flat finger. So when your flat finger is up against it, it comes out as a natural draw, and your finger is not even, it's laying right down the side of the gun where it should be,
right,
rather than on the trigger. But see, some of them try to push it with the tip of their finger, and then they'll draw, and it will kind of slide down in there into the finger groove,
right,
or into the trigger hole. And so a lot of people don't like it, but I never draw my gun that way anyway. So
yeah.
But now, what freaked me out yesterday when I got home, I was trying to get it out of my holster, and I couldn't get it out. And I told my wife, I said, "What the hell is not releasing and everything?" And I had to come to find out, I had my Serpa on, and I was thinking I had my Safari on, which releases totally different. And that would have cost me big time if I would have had to draw, and all of a sudden couldn't figure out how in the hell to draw my gun because I thought I had the other holster on.
Now, why don't you like the Nate? Because that's all I use.
Oh, I do like the Nate.
Do you have the Pro model, or do you just have the
Yeah. No, I've got the Pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
That's for my Glock. My Glock 26 or 19 fits it.
Good night, Hawk. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it, man.
I got, as you can see in the picture, I have a Nate for every one of what I carry. That's the first thing I do. If I buy a new pistol, I go right to the store that has them, that he can order them if I need to, and I get one. But see, I wear shorts. I wear gym shorts every day, and that's what I use.
Yeah, well, like I said, it makes a big difference on your clothing. But I finally broke down and actually bought, I guess I've got 3 good gun belts now, rather than utility belts or whatever.
Right.
Something that actually has some stiffness and will hold up, and sure carries things a whole lot better.
Oh, sure does.
But I'll tell you,
a Brown Coat Tactical, and I got the SOE gun belts.
I'll tell you what's weird is, I want to say it's nylon.
Yeah, the loop.
My brother carries his LC9 for a carry gun, and I want to say that I could be wrong, but he says he absolutely loves it.
I've got a nylon one, and it's actually got a strip of Kydex in it to even keep it stiffer yet.
Stiffer. Yeah, I think that's what he's got.
It is a stiff one, and it is a good one.
And he doesn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, I like
Um,
that one of mine because it's also an ambidextrous, or not ambidextrous,
it's a
two-sided. I can
yeah,
either wear a brown or
right.
a black. So
The one thing that a lot of people don't like about the pros, is you got to actually grab the pistol and twist it towards your body to pull it out if you ever
yeah,
had
but
to draw it.
you have to twist it so minimal though.
I know.
I
But
mean,
some
it's
people I've seen, they just like, oh, I don't like that idea.
well, it's a retention. I like holsters that retain.
Me
You
too.
know, and that's one that somebody can't really come up and grab and try to
Well,
pull
that
out.
was my other thing. That's the next thing I was going to say, driver. Thank you.
Yep.
Exactly. They can't take it away from you either.
Where that's
No.
why I mean I have quite a few inside the waist and outside the waist Kydex holsters, and I like all of them.
Yeah.
But especially with open carry, there's no way, because if I'm open carrying at all, I want it to be, retention.
Exactly.
Because I don't want
Yep.
somebody sliding up behind me. I mean, I try to watch what's around me, but you get distracted at times.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I also like the multi holsters. I don't know if you've ever seen those, driver. I think they're out of Michigan. They got it's a Kydex holster inside the waistband.
I can't
I
say
never
that I
heard
do.
of those.
Now, one of my favorite inside the waist holsters is now what's the name of it? But you buy different caps for it or whatever. I mean, so if I buy a new gun or I've got
Oh,
a skin, it's called a skin, where
okay.
it's the same inside or the same platform, but you just change the skin, so it will take my car. I'd change the skin, and it'd take my revolver. It'd change it. It'd
Isn't
take
that
my,
isn't that alien gear?
No, this one's not Alien. It's
Oh no.
I can't. I think it's out of Missouri. I can't think of the name of it right now.
There's another one I'm thinking of, and I can't think of their name either.
But there's
I've
a
never
couple of them now
personally had one.
that are doing it. But I like it that way because the skin only costs, I want to say, $12 to $15, something like that, rather than having to buy a whole new set. And you already have the leather backing and everything else. That's
Yep.
See, I'm a leather guy. I would.
But
I don't know
and
what
see
it
this
is.
when I asked Tolly about his, see, I would want a retention because I want it outside the waistband. I don't care if it's pancake style or whatever, but I would want a retention strap where at least a thumb brake
Right.
on it. And
Something easy, something quick. Obviously.
he basically didn't care to make things with a thumb brake. I guess I don't know. I don't remember. That's been months ago. I talked to him about it.
Did you ever go on gun channels?
Oh,
Driver?
I've been to.
Yeah, driver's
No,
been
not
around
on.
a while.
No, the actual gun channels with G Webs and all that.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy on there. There's a guy on there named Nate. He makes some really nice leather holsters. You may want to reach out to him, and he puts a thumb brake on them.
Yeah.
Talk
I'd
to
like
G-Webs.
to find one locally where I could actually take it in and have them bolt to my gun.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my revolver style that I'm looking for, like I said, it's a revolver. It's a Taurus 9mm, and everybody else will sell you a holster that is made for like a 38 or Smith & Wesson 38. They swear it's the same size and everything else, but it's not really. I mean, yes, it will do in a pinch and it fits pretty snug and all that kind, but it's not actually molded to that model.
Good night, hooligan. Greg Campbell said his favorite holster is an Alien Gear hybrid. Some people don't like them, but I have been wearing that one for 2 years. He says it is very comfortable and retains the gun very well. He has no complaints.
But what I've read on them is that they start the materials, now the older ones, I don't know about the newer ones, but the first ones that they were coming out with, the material started to decay.
Really?
Huh.
the outer part, and not the leather part, but the smooth. I guess it was like a naga hide or something. I'm not sure. I don't own one myself. I've just, when I was reading up on them, that was one of the downfalls that I read on quite a few different posts, was that things were decaying on it and stuff. Not that they didn't make it right and send it in and get it replaced and all that kind of stuff, but I've sent back a few holsters myself because they just didn't work out right.
Yeah, so Greg says best retention and comfort on any holster has a lot more to do with your belt than the holster, in his opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
A good gun belt is the foundation of your carry system.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it took me quite a long time to figure that out. I think, well, that's a thick belt. That's nice, but they roll and they droop. They don't. Yeah. There's definitely a difference. And now that I've got them, I wouldn't have anything else.
All right, you guys, we're rolling up on just about 1:30, and well, Eastern Standard Time anyway. Had an absolute great time tonight, as we always do. Anyways, well, as I always do anyway. I had a problem with driver. Driver Greg said that he's never had that. Oh, all right, I wasn't sure if you were on the thing or not.
Yeah, like I said, this is years ago when the Alien was first coming out, because they're inexpensive, especially if you want to compare it to the
crossbreed. That's the other one.
Crossbreed.
Crossbreed.
You can get 3 aliens for the price of 1 crossbreed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're that expensive.
Oh yeah.
Crossbreeds used to be anyway. Like I said, they might have come down, or
I want to say they're like 75, 80 bucks.
Really?
And I think an alien is like $29 or something like that.
I pay $70 for every time I buy one of those, the Nate Square.
Yeah, I want to say I paid $69 or something like that for my Pro Nate.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna get out of here, and I want to thank everybody for coming. Had a great time. Rich, thanks for being here. Groove, thanks for being here. Driver, thanks for being here. G Mangos, Mr. Tolley, I don't know what the fuck happened, Mr. Tolley. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. Good night, Double K. Appreciate you coming in. Who else? Oh, Ohio. That was cool. Always cool to see Ohio come on. Hillbilly, who dropped off and I didn't see him, but thanks a million for coming. We had a good time, and if you guys are around tomorrow night, see you on Jamie time. Usually it's 10:30 Eastern Standard Time.
I'll let you know how everything goes when
yes, please.
In the chat. So.
Rich, can you see the internal?
No.
All right. I was gonna give you my phone number.
I sent you a friend request on Facebook.
You did?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
You did?
Yep. About a week ago.
Crazy people. Whoops. Wrong one. I don't. Are you under your name?
Yep. Last name is Buccelli.
Did you send it to me or my dad?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was you. It had your picture on it.
Well, it had to be me then. I'll have to look because I don't see it.
All right, I'll have to try to find it again and send it again.
I'm going back. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have just saw it. Wow. I didn't even know I had all these people here looking for me. They should alphabetize and make my life a lot easier. All right, I'll have to look after we get off.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Send me a message.
I will. I'll definitely do
We'll
that.
we'll hook up. All right.
Absolutely. All right,
All right.
thanks,
I'll
bro.
talk to you later. Yep.
Saint, I hope you feel better, brother. And I know you're gonna watch it till the end, and that's why I waited. Uncle Kyle, I hope you like the chat tonight, brother. All right, and I don't know if I'm gonna see you tomorrow night, but either way, I hope you like the chat.
Yep.
Groove, thanks a million, brother. Appreciate it. Driver, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Should.
All right, pal.
All right. Good night, all.
All right. Good night, everybody. It's
Night,
much
Cal.
appreciated. Enjoy your weekends and get out and do something. All right. Take it easy.